like proud of themselves or embarrassed with
like
themselves?
after, like when he hangs up, is he like
when he's like, I made my point? Do you think he's like, yeah, I'm better, or do you think he's like, oh fuck, I'm a piece of shit. I know that this sucks. I know that this sucks. Fuck, but I have to save face. That what am I doing? Like, do you think there's some of that? This is going to be a little bit like
rude, but I'll tell you what I think they really do. After here's what I think they do. Let me take this. Let me go. They go like this. They go, okay, let me just hang up that call. I've made my point, and then they hang up, and then they go like this, and they look at a wall and just go. For like hours. Like my feeling is that for like 6 hours they just stare at a wall and drool.
Yeah, they go recharging.
Just like, and then until they're just like wet, and then they're like, huh? And then they just
they're like, I just did 5 minutes of mumbling on a live. I must recharge. Staring at a fucking wall. They just
seem like nothing. Like there's nothing to them.
Vapid.
Yeah.
Vapid like their religion.
Vapid Husk. Let's make that a band name. Add band name. Vapid Husk. That's kind of cool.
And they're a worship band.
That was rude, Joel. Sherwin. I'm so sorry about that. I just that was rude of me to start off with the cough.
Well, you know what sucks is it's actually top of the hour. That's right, folks. The sweet 10:27, top of the hour on Atheist Sunday School. We got asked for you. Yeah, and it's BBDs featuring Mezzo doing debates live. JRB hanging out here at the sidekick. We got Sherwin in the hot seat. Take it away. My best friend, 10:27, top of the hour.
Oh, fuck yeah. Bad Bible Debates live here on TikTok. It's the top of the hour, 7:27 Pacific time in the morning, Sunday morning, which means you know it's time for that ass. Atheist Sunday School. Our next guest is Sherwin. Sherwin, what's your age and religion?
I'm 28. Sorry, I didn't mean to come up here. That was by accident. Sorry.
Fucking fanfare for nothing?
I know, right? My bad. I didn't want to interrupt the music.
Unbelievable.
So you don't believe in God?
No, I'm an atheist.
This Tupac guy better be a Christian, Sherwin.
I hope so. Good luck, guys.
Well, Sherwin, congratulations on having the right worldview. Tupac, sing us some changes. I see no changes.
He left too.
Tupac sampled that song.
Oh, did he?
I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Yeah, it's a Tupac thing.
Oh, cool. What a great riff that is.
I don't even know who does that. Is it like a Huey Lewis? Who does that? That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
Bruce Hornsby and the Range.
Isn't that wild? Like, you don't know who it was. That's something that, like, I kind of want for me, which is that, like, I make something like that, or, like, maybe not Piano Man, but something, like, that transcends me. Like, nobody knows who I am, but they know the thing that I made.
Why is Tupac back?
What's up, bro?
I don't know how that happened, bro.
Tupac like reappear, but I didn't push. Did you just push it?
No, I didn't either. I genuinely didn't touch it.
Interesting. Tupac, are you alive? Okay, no, he's still dead. Okay. Graphics, welcome in. What's your age and religion?
I'm 42 and I'm a Christian.
Well, I'm also 42 years old, but I'm not a Christian. I just find the whole thing so, like, unbelievable. Like, it's just hard to believe that someone did miracles. I don't get it.
It's not hard for you to believe that you're an evolved fish, though?
That was hard for me to believe, yeah.
You believe you evolved from a pool of amino acids? You accept that?
That's what I would do. I would start with the amino acids because, like, the fish thing is already, like, a lot going on. So it's like, when you say fish, I know it's supposed to sound insulting, but it's not as crazy as, like, a single cell.
So you believe you evolved from a pool of amino acids? That's what you believe?
Yeah, I don't think I did, but my ancestors did.
That don't make no sense, man.
That's a dodge. He's dodging. That's a dodge.
I'm dodging?
How you gonna make fun of
Yeah.
other people coming
Well, I
up
guess
with
I'm
stuff
in
like
the
that?
process of evolution, but I also it seems like was born as a fish or as an amino
Bruh.
acid and like turned
You
into
can't
this,
make fun of nobody saying stuff like that, bro. That don't make no sense.
Hey, Graphics, you're yelling
You sound like
at me.
you sound like a couple of toddlers, bro.
Graphics, you're yelling at me.
What's the matter with you, man?
You think we sound like toddlers and you came up to yell at toddlers?
Bro, you believe that you evolved from pond slime, bro.
Where
That
did
don't
I
make no
come
sense,
from?
bro.
Tell
Bro.
fix it, correct it for me.
I don't know where you came from, sir, because the way you talking, I have no idea. Maybe you did
So
evolve
maybe
from
it
a
was
monkey.
pond scum.
You actually might have evolved from a monkey, sir. You know what? You might be right.
Graphic, are you a troll? Because like we don't care for
You
trolls.
might
Like,
be
if you are
proof
just
that
a
evolution
crazy
is true,
Christian-
sir. You might have evolved from a monkey the way you talk.
Graphics, if you're just a crazy Christian, cool. But if you're like trolling right now, just leave because it's annoying to just yell over us. So like have a little bit of like
Who's this dude? Is
decorum.
this your backup man? Is this your hype man? This dude
That's my
talks for
best.
you?
He's my
Sidekick.
best friend. This is my
He
best
talks
friend
for
in
you
the
when you're
world.
too scared to talk. You ain't
He's
got
my
nothing to
best
say
friend in the
now.
world.
You had all
I have
kinds of
nothing
stuff
to say
a
to
second
you.
ago.
I would
Graphics,
love
come
to
on,
hear what
man.
you have to say, but you
You ain't
gotta
got
calm
nothing
down.
to say right now, though. You ain't got nothing to say. What
I
happened?
agree. I'm
You're not
listening to
letting
you.
us.
Maybe you haven't evolved enough to communicate effectively what your point is. Maybe that's the problem.
I don't have a point yet. I'm
So
listening.
you guys are
I'm
kind of like
listening to you.
Pokemon in that way, right? Like you start out as base cards and you evolve into like more complex Pokemon. Is that what you believe?
No.
You gonna evolve on camera for us?
No.
It don't make no sense
I
what
don't
you're
know.
saying.
I don't know if
man.
this guy like he has a hard time understanding evolution.
Did you guys graduate high
Do you
school?
want to learn
You went to
graphics?
college?
Do you want to learn about?
Did you guys
Hey,
get any
graphics,
education at all? You take a science class?
Graphics,
What's the matter with you?
Graphics. Do you want to learn about evolution today? Because like Mezzo can help you understand that a little
Yeah,
bit.
if you want to, if you
it's-
want to ask
I'm gonna
me what
mute
my
myself,
beliefs
man.
are,
Why you
I'll tell you
mute
what
me,
I'll
bro?
give you. Graphics. I'm going to give you 1 minute to say whatever you want, and then we'll take turns after that. Does that sound okay?
Hey, bro, you shouldn't be in Atheist Sunday school, bro. You should be in actual school.
Does
You need
that
to learn
sound
something,
okay
bro.
or not?
Listen, I understand that you don't
On your
understand
mark,
much. I
get
get it.
set,
You need to
go.
learn, bro. Listen, the nail polish is not helping you, bro. You want to make no sense, bro. You're an evolved fish making fun of people that believe in God. That don't make no sense. What do you believe in? Nothing. You don't believe in nothing. That's why you ain't saying nothing. Look how quiet the host is. He had all kinds of stuff to say a second ago. You hear his voice? He was just chatting away. All kinds of jokes. Now he's got an hourglass out because he ain't got nothing to say because he don't make no sense, man. And this whole entire chat is going to know that when this hourglass is up, the host got cooked live. You don't make no sense, man. Listen, I tell you what. You about the dumbest group of evolved amino acids I've ever met. you about the
That's
ugliest
funny.
group of
That's
amino
funny.
acids I ever seen in my life, bro. Man, the evolution did not do you any favors. Man, survival of the fittest. How did you survive? How did you make? Yeah, you're a fade. Bro. Have a good day.
All right, your minute's up. Now, did you want to have a conversation?
I can't believe he leaves after the minute. That's
So,
great.
did he leave? Because he's still here on my.
He said, "Have a nice day," and then he didn't know how to leave.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
still here though. I think I think he just like threw his whole phone in a bathtub and then he's staring at a wall now.
in a bathtub full of amino acids.
He's still here. Graphics, you have to come back to the app to have a conversation. All right. Well, Dubby's in the chat for graphics. He used his whole minute. There were some good jokes in there. I liked the what did he say about you're the dumbest amino acids I ever met or something like that?
Dumbest amino
Oh,
acids.
that's
I've
good
ever
stuff.
talked to.
That's
fun.
funny. And he said, survival of the fittest. How did you survive? That's okay. Like the amino acids one. He should have ended on the amino acids one.
Yeah,
That would have been
do
better.
the George Costanza thing.
Yeah. I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks for coming up. I appreciate everyone just sharing their beliefs in here. Iconoclast. Is that what your name is?
Iconoclasty.
Iconoclast. Oh, see, it's cut off right at there. And so I made an assumption and you did a nice joke. So what's your age and what's your religion?
Oh, I'm like 47. I'm an agnostic atheist.
Yeah, this is actually the wrong live for you. This is a live where Christians come up and tell us that we're amino acids.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that evolution topic, and if he was interested in talking about it, I might have been able to contribute, but I will drop that back down if it's just
Yeah, he
listening
wasn't
to them,
interested at all,
like,
but
burn
but
out.
thank you so much for
Well,
coming.
No problem.
He's interested in talking about it, just not talking or listening about it.
Yeah.
Well, the straw men that they throw out is hilarious. Like, nobody's saying we like walked out of a pool of amino acids. Like, this is
we know.
Yeah, we're not the dumbest amino acids you ever met. Right?
Yeah, we just play them on TV.
Yeah.
Maybe you would know this too. Like, how many? So if I was interested today in learning as much as I could about evolution, like, how many years of like schooling would it take to be a professional in that area, do you think?
In evolutionary biology?
Yeah.
Look, I think that you could, like, honestly, to know enough to like debunk what that guy was saying, you'd have to like spend like an hour online. Like, that's about it, because he had nothing to offer. But I mean, like, you'd have to like figure out how to interrupt him or something like that. But as far as to like be an expert in the field, yeah, I think, between 4 and 7 years.
Yeah. And so my whole thought is, like, this guy hasn't spent like 4 or 7 minutes looking into this topic, but you could literally spend 4 or 7 years learning about evolution. And he comes in talking about, like, he's an authority in the area. He knows exactly what he's talking about, and we're silly.
Yeah, no, he just thinks that he doesn't understand how it works, and so that's why we're all idiots. Maybe he's right, but I'll never know, because he didn't take the chance to have a conversation with me about it. But thanks to Iconoclasty for coming up. I'm going to drop you down. W's in chat for having the correct worldview. And then I kind of got confused, but I think was this the like bigoted guy that we were going to let do bigoted?
Yeah, he's back to be more of a bigot. Seeker, hey, look,
It's nice
stick
to
around.
see you again.
If you avoid the bigotry stuff, we'll keep you up here.
I'd love to talk with. Well, we didn't drop him before this. He ran out.
No, he ran.
What bigotry stuff did I say?
But let's have you back up here. So what
Yeah,
were we
go
talking
on.
about before? Like, how did life come to be, or what was your thing?
What was what?
What was your thing again?
What mean? What was my thing?
Soul
you were
was who coming onto the live.
oh, you were the
Oh,
soul
soul,
guy. Oh yeah.
soul.
So what is a soul?
So is a well, you relate through thoughts and feeling.
So your brain.
You relate through
will,
thought,
and it's
and
also
so a
will.
soul is you relate through thought and feeling.
That is effects, my friend.
Sounds like a brain.
Sounds
I'm
like an
not quite-
effect.
The soul is an effect.
No, it sounds like an effect. What happens in the brain is an effect.
Okay.
You do not have any proof of what the cause is.
Okay, so
Unless
this
you
is all an
unless you
answer
want to
of
go
what the
against
soul
scientists.
is. So what
Yeah.
is the soul?
No, what I said, you're looking at effects, my friend, in the brain.
Okay.
What is a soul?
You do not have a cause.
Is
You
the
do not
soul
know
the cause of the effects in the brain?
Pardon?
Is the soul the cause of the effects in the brain?
I would say so.
Okay. How does that work?
In some cases, not in everything. Like, for
meeting him
example,
more than
Being
halfway
so
there.
mysterious. It's like, it's very like,
No,
I feel like
what
I'm
I
on a
mean
first
is-
date, like if you're
what I
like on a
mean
first
is-
date with someone and you were like they were trying to be a
Right,
little
why
bit
are you
like
talking? I'll brush my teeth.
mysterious.
Yeah, you're like, do you think we're gonna fuck? And they're like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like people get naked sometimes.
I don't know.
It's just like an effect of like how much you pay for.
It's very like sneaky almost. So maybe you could just tell us like, what is a soul?
A soul is the will over the flesh. Is connected.
Soul
through
is the
silver
will
cord.
over the will of the. Maybe I should draw this
Yeah,
out.
because it's not the will of the flesh. To be honest with you, the flesh only attracts matter, and it's down to the body will always want to find the easy way out, and it's really
But
down to
isn't
the soul.
isn't
to
the
push-
flesh matter
push over.
though? Like, isn't the flesh actually matter?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it doesn't attract matter as much as it is matter. Is that not true?
Yeah, because matter attracts matter, right?
By the way, I don't know if you're like 10 feet away from your
Matter
phone. Can
attracts
you try to
matter,
get
right?
like 20 feet away from your phone?
Yeah, it's
we
hard
can
to hear
still
you.
Mate, I'm getting ready for the day, bruv. Like,
Okay.
you guys
Well,
want to troll, so I'm trolling with you. I'm very good at
No
it. I'm
one's,
English.
no one's trolling, bro. If you can just like,
Wait, is
No,
this
it's
a
okay,
are-
bro. Yeah, no one's
Yes.
trolling, man. No one's trolling, bro.
What is a? We're doing what is a soul, not what is a troll.
Yeah, I just told you what a soul is.
Okay, but I'm going to draw it out because I don't quite get what you mean. So you said it's the will above the will of the flesh.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, this is what you're going to do. This is what I want you to do. I want you at the where your thumb is, the bottom, the bottom, the below. Then I want you to put a stick man of a body.
Okay. I can draw like a thick person.
Yeah. Just do it. Put a stick man.
Okay.
Of a buddy or a bunny?
A buddy. Yeah, a buddy. Yeah.
Like I can actually
a body.
BODY buddy.
Do they have to be a stick person, or can I like fill them out? Like I can draw.
Bro, come on, man. Just do a statement. Just quick. Just do a quick.
Just draw, bruv.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I'll do him like waving.
Then, okay. Fair enough. And then,
if it doesn't look that good, Seeker, it's because he has to do it backwards.
Okay, cool.
Thank
you. What you want to do? You want to put on the side of that vessel.
A vessel?
Yeah, you want to call that as vessel. Vessel. VESSEL.
Oh,
are we spelling the word or drawing?
Yeah,
the
no. Just
this
put vessel.
Is the
next.
vessel.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
I'll just put a V.
9 minutes is coming. Okay, I'll go. Yeah, vessel. Yeah. So then above, in that vessel, you have the soul, which is
in the vessel,
which is the in the vessel.
You said above.
For this
those are
one,
two different
we'll
things.
put it above. We'll just put it. We'll
above
make a circle. We'll make a circle. Just make a circle. Just above it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I want you to put there and put soul around the circle.
Okay. I'll just put like an S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a spirit too? Because I don't want to use the S.
The spirit is in the soul. So make another circle.
Oh, inside of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is the spirit.
I'll do the spirit inside.
A lot of people may look at it differently. They might say the soul is the aura around the body, and then the spirit is inside the body. But I see it as you've got your vessel, then you've got your soul, then you've got the Holy Spirit within it.
Can I ask you a question genuinely about this? Because I've never seen it drawn out like this. When you and I interact, I'll draw me real quick.
Our vessel.
Yeah, our vessels interact, okay?
Yeah.
So here's me, and I'm, just a little bit more like handsome. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have the same thing.
Yes,
so when I interact with you, is it really that our vessels are interacting, or is it that our...
It's two things. So our vessel, right, our flesh is made out of matter, so we can talk on a intellectual level, so on and so forth.
But there's a distance between them.
Yeah, but there's also another connection, which is our deep emotions. So
is it a deeper connection than physical?
Yeah, it's deeper connection.
I'll do them almost touching.
Yeah, so the souls are connecting inside. Yeah, you could say that.
I have like my own
thing here. Yeah. So the souls are connected. So we're connecting through deep emotional, just simply not thinking, but just having thought or feeling and connecting below the words of what you're saying. So whatever you're saying, I'm feeling something more than what the words you are conveying, if you get what I'm saying. And that is when two people are able to feel that they're connecting. So
they have like a soul. They have a soul tie.
So sometimes you you can say that. Sometimes people might say, well, it is the affliction, it is the effects of the vessel, which I would agree.
Sure.
Yeah. But what is the cause of that is the soul. And
here's my question on this. Here's what I want to know, because originally we're talking about God, not souls. When God interacts with us, like God is above this, right?
No, God is the soul. He's the spirit.
He's not over us. He's like
he's the spirit.
He's smaller and inside of us.
Yeah,
the Holy Spirit
is within us.
The Holy Spirit is, but God is also the entire universe, right?
Yeah,
like he's sovereign.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
in truth, you're right.
Yeah. So I would do I'll just do. Well, he's bigger than us, but I'll do this one's kind of drying out.
Yeah. I see.
I'm gonna switch to blue.
You are correct on that one. There should be another. Yeah, if you're going to say, because technically the Spirit of God is also, it says it in the name, Spirit of God.
Yeah. So I'll put him above, and I'm gonna have him kind of like embracing everything. Like he goes this way. He's bigger. I know it's not. God has like a beard and like.
Mate, come on! That you're being ridiculous now. That's out of order. I'm trying to explain to
this
you.
is the God part.
I'm trying to explain to you something that I'm trying to bring down,
And
you're
within God,
taking
there's like
this.
these big.
Joe, do you see
like,
what I mean? And you say, why am I not trolling? All right,
What?
cool. What is this? Come on, man.
I think that this is just like
Fun.
a beautiful
Trolling.
way of like
So
showing.
should we all troll as
you're
well and
talking
just make this
about.
pointless?
This is your drawing.
Let me ask you this, Seeker, because I am curious. How do you know this? Like
It's not about knowing. It's not about knowing. It's about feeling. Feeling.
So you
Some of the hair's
just
kinda
feel that
coming
we
down.
have big soul water balloons above our heads with little spirit nipples in them, and
Not
that's
really.
just a
The
feeling you get, and that's
the
why you're
energy
talking.
that's around us is the energy that is around us, right?
So this is just like something you assume, though, because like this is pretty specific for like I just know it.
Mate, I'm trying to explain to you how the soul interacts with the vessel and how
Yeah, I know, but like
how
what I'm
your
asking is
body-
how do
your
you
vessel
know
must
it?
How did
It
you
sounds
learn
like
this?
You just reckon.
Yeah.
You just reckon it.
Yeah, the body must surrender to the will. The vessel needs to surrender to the will of your soul.
But Seeker,
and your
Seeker,
soul
are you hearing what I'm
must will
saying? I'm
to your
asking you,
creator.
Seeker, you're not answering the question. I'm saying, how do you know this? And if it's that you just reckon, bruv, then it's not that compelling.
What?
Yeah. How did you come to know this? How did you come to know that this was the truth?
Oh, sorry?
Seeker, don't worry about rushing because your soul will pre-come to them. So,
All right, guys, have a nice day. I've already given you guys what.
how do you know it to
I
be
think
true?
he's done, Joel.
No, it's not about it being. It's about feeling. It's either you know it or you don't know it. Some people have it, some people don't.
You just
It's the way
reckon it,
life
right,
is.
bro? He just reckons
You
it.
all
That's
have
so
it,
funny.
but you just need to connect to it. But some people haven't connected to it. So I get it. I understand.
It sounds like it's also
I
like
used to
just
be-
make believe.
you know what?
Yeah, it's
I
like you
used
made
to-
up. But
I used
does
to say the
God?
same
Does
thing,
God? Here's the real question: Does God like involve Himself in our physical connection, or only in our spiritual connections?
So say that again.
Does God involve Himself in our physical, fleshly connection, or only in our spiritual connections?
God himself for our spiritual connections, but our spirit is connected through the silver cord to our flesh.
Say that one more time.
Our souls is connected through a silver cord to our flesh.
So when we
A
connect to each
civil
other,
cord?
when we connect to each
Yeah.
other physically, are we also connecting
No,
through
no,
that
no, no.
cord?
I'm talking about your soul. So if you make a little line from
So it
your
goes
soul
down.
to your body, yeah, that connect is called a silver cord.
How
In
do
other
we?
cultures,
How do we?
they call
So
it,
when we
in other
connect
cultures,
here,
they call it other things.
what do they call it?
I don't know, but I can't think on
That
top of
doesn't
my
matter.
head at the moment.
So when we connect physically, like what we're doing right now, how is it
No,
that
what we're doing
we're
right
going
now-
through here through
we're
God to
not.
talk to each other?
Right now, we're not interacting through our souls. We're just interacting through our vessels.
Okay, and that's like a lesser form of communication, kind of.
Yes, exactly.
Like down. Like,
So,
okay,
like,
so I'll do it
maybe
like
if
down
you-
low.
But if you
These arrows.
yeah, you could do that. But there's also, you could also draw like a line from each of us through the souls to God type of thing.
What do
Like
you
if
mean?
you do the same thing, but it goes through the souls to God. Like
No, because you see the spirit.
between
The
souls.
spirit. Now, I want you. If you want to say that, you can say that we speak to the soul, and in this, the kingdom of God of God is inside, which is the spirit of God. The S. The S. No, that's the soul around the thing. The spirit.
Yeah, the
in,
smaller
yes.
than the nipple.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, look, I think that you showed us a great image of how God has like big, beautiful tits and a nice dick. I think that's awesome, and I appreciate you being here. I understand that you have to go, so thanks for coming by, and you're welcome back anytime.
I was going for some titty fucking.
Oh, okay. It's always
That
hard
was
to
what
know.
I was trying to do.
I was just
Yeah,
trying to.
it's
I was just trying really hard to make God be like both like man and woman, male, female kind of mixed thing because he was being anti-trans earlier.
That's what I love. That I love that. Yeah.
But my black marker is running out. I have to get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have all these ones I still haven't used. Maybe there's black in here. I have like orange, yellow, like all these ones. I got these. I was like, oh, I got these colors. Never use them. It takes too long. Like, I'm not going to get out purple.
Yeah, if you're gonna do well, once you have a color, just use purple for a whole time.
That's true.
But so funny when they like speak with authority over something that they just reckon
Here's how it is, right?
Yeah, and like anyone could come up and make up anything, like literally anything, like frequencies, energies, like whatever like label you want to put on whatever made up bullshit. It's like, how do you know? You can feel it.
It's like naked stuff too. Isn't that so weird?
Yeah, it's weird that it always becomes so porny.
I don't know why they do that, but maybe they're just trying to get the live in trouble. Sometimes they just get
they're repressed. I think it's because they're repressed and like everything is sexual for them, but they just like they can't. It's like a wet
jack
dream
off, guys. Like just jack off.
You know when like you don't jack off, and then that's when you have the wet dreams because you're backed up.
That's what
so
I was
your
saying.
body. That's what they're doing. They're so backed up. They're jacking up. Like they're wet dreaming all over the whiteboard.
I have drawn that before. I know I've drawn that one before. All right, we got a super chat here that says, wait, hold on a second. Let me get that open. Mom likes truck stop art. What's the big deal? Thanks for the $9. Pen and paper. I don't think we are on the YouTube this morning. Is that possible? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Tohair put us up on it.
Daniel Green's in the chat.
Oh,
Daniel
shit.
Green's in
Be cool,
the
be
chat.
cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool.
We got to be like so much better at this right now because we got like
Don't
a real
do
pro.
your like you were doing that like offensive Australian accent before. Don't do that.
Yeah. No, I won't. I won't. Nor. Fuck. It's so tempting. Nor. No. I'm
Like,
just.
you
Daniel,
see his live, and then you see this live. You come to this one next, and you look at this one, and you're like, "That's not alive." And you see Daniel's, and you're like, "This is alive." You know what I mean? Like I feel like that sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Okay. We are on YouTube. Thank you, Tahir. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. We got 40 people watching on YouTube. We got Marduk, Man Bear Pig. Clinton says, I would never date God he doesn't put out. Thanks for that chat. I don't like, what are these people talking about over here?
All of our besties.
Marduk says, I can't wait until Joel reads Ezekiel. It's effing crazy. That's true. Ezekiel is Ezekiel's a wild read. It's a wild read. I really do this. I said this like, I have all these tabs in my Bible. And then I really do this from time to time where I'll just like randomly flip to something and it's like somewhere in the middle. And there's like chapter after chapter of God wrecking people and just saying like, I'm going to fucking wreck you. Like it's so intense, every single one. And even, all these small books, like you open Amos and you think it's going to be like, there's just going to be a little one where it's like, and then Amos had daughters and he had sons and he bore them. Like it seems like it's going to be a little thing, but it's God saying, I'm going to fucking wreck you every time. It's so intense.
You know what's wild about it is that like when we read that stuff, this is a weird thing about the argumentation that we do. So like when we go into the Amalekites, it's because, okay, they're babies. That's unjustified. We can never justify it, right? There's babies in the flood. That's unjustified. Or he sent some like people to go and sexually assault a bunch of women type of thing. Like that's wrong. That can't be. But like he's constantly just killing people. Like, I do the one about the quail thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they wanted meat. I know I'm not going to win that argument with a Christian because they're going to be like, no, they deserved it. Like all the other killing that he does, like everyone else that died in the flood, all deserved it. As soon as you have an adult and they God wants to kill them, they deserve it. That we're so, which is like my point to say that like we use such a narrow line of our argumentation, but it's so broad what we could really be talking about because it's all ridiculous. It's all insane.
Yeah, which is why it's hard to even put tabs in it. I'm running out of Post-its over here.
The whole fucking bug.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We got someone named Tribe Magar. Is that how you say that? Magar?
Yes, tribe. My tribe name is Magar from Nepal.
Oh.
And it's related to...
We just drew that, yeah. What, are you a Christian person?
No. I am tribal.
Oh, okay.
Paganism. I just wanted to ask one thing, and I'll be going.
Okay.
Yeah, is Earth flat? Because I think Earth is flat.
No.
No, because I don't believe in like religion, but because when I'm flying in the plane, I went to UK, so the plane was going straight. So I just want to ask that. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
so the thing is that light keeps going unless it's like blocked by something. Light is just something that just keeps going. And so if the earth was flat and the sun was going around the earth, the whole earth would be lit up. There'd be no nighttime.
But everyone here believes that Earth
Sorry, what was that?
is flat, and some people say that everyone in my village, and some people say that moon is like alien
No,
aircraft.
it's just it's like a. It's
We
a
people believe that one.
yeah, the moon is not an alien aircraft. It's like 300,000 miles away from Earth or something like that. It's a big moon. It's made of like rock and other stuff. You can like go there. I mean, like there's it's a location. So, yeah, that's just incorrect. And this is something that like can be confirmed
no alien?
in eclipses. Like if you see an eclipse, you can see
Yeah, there are many YouTube videos. Yeah. So
yeah.
like, so there are no aliens, because.
I mean, there might be, but not visiting Earth. No.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Yeah. See you. Bye. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Happy to help.
That's someone who's checking with other people to see if their senses are correct.
Yeah. Look, I used to think that, some of this stuff, I was never like a flat earther, but I thought that the moon landings were faked. That was something I had. Did you guys ever cover that in homeschool? Or like, were your parents like, and by the way, NASA's lying to you?
No, we
into it.
believe that the moon landing happened.
What about dinosaurs?
Yeah, they existed with people or whatever, and creationism.
Young Earth, yeah.
Yeah, we made it to the moon, but the Earth is 600 years old or whatever, 6,000 years old.
Give or take.
Give or take.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the flat Earth thing is always tricky because there are so many things that confirm it, the shape of the globe, but like it is complicated. It really is there's like deep, complex math involved in it. And when you go up in a plane and look as far as you can see, it appears to be flat. Like it looks like it is. Like, they're not wrong to like, look at it and go, at first glance, this looks flat. Like people a long time ago were super justified in thinking it was flat. Now that we have satellites, no, like we're not justified in thinking that anymore. But it used to be like, yeah, it looks flat. Why wouldn't it be?
Kind of like, who's to know? Yeah.
Well, how would they, like, before they knew that it was round, you wouldn't think that, like, someone was on the other side of the earth upside down compared to you. That's, like, a weird thing.
Yeah, and it was spinning.
Yeah, in fact...
It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. In fact, to think that it would have almost been irrational at the time. Based off all the data that they had, it would have been, like, you'd almost be nuts to be like, yeah, the earth would go back then. Now, it's the other way around. Our data has changed, so our... now I have a feeling we're going to get a whole bunch of like flat earthers in here. We'll see what happens. I don't really want to get into that, but it's just all I was saying is it's interesting to talk to people about because you don't know where to meet them at. Because if you're convinced the earth is flat, you might not understand like trigonometry or something. So, Veggie Delight, are you here? Are you on here on purpose?
You know what? I accidentally requested up.
That's all right.
Put my phone in my pocket. So
I'll tell you
sorry.
what, I'll drop you down on purpose. Boom. Oh, I did. That was an accident. I meant to do it before. Shit. There was someone else in the box too, but they left.
Yeah, Jared was there. Jared is I think a regular Christian guy. Coward though, running like
They came
another
with the set. They're just white.
Galdang coward.
Huh? They look clear to me. Yeah, they're like clearish white. They're opaque. Is that the right word for this?
Yep.
Translucent, semi see-through. I mean, you can see through the main part. Bye.
The front part.
Yeah, they're translucent. Your glasses are see-through. Yeah.
How am I supposed to use them if they're not see-through? They're not sunglasses.
And obviously. What were we talking about? You were saying that you think the Earth is flat or something?
No, close.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to know where to meet people, right?
Yeah.
Because they you don't know where they are in their worldview in a sense. Well, how much do you know?
For me, that's why the star trails is the best defeater to the flat Earth, because you don't have to really understand that complicated of math. I mean, there's like some like spherical things to think of, like there's still shapes to think of, but like you can kind of just imagine yourself on a plane and then imagine yourself on a ball and like think of what you would see the stars doing depending on where you're standing, and then look at real pictures of stars moving throughout the night, and they match the ball one perfectly, like perfectly. And so, yeah, just I think that's kind of an easy one. And also, like, there's pictures of Earth from space from warring nations that match. Like North Korea has taken pictures of Earth from space, and so has South Korea. They are not friends, but they like, so the idea that they're both in on it, North Korea and South Korea are secretly teaming up, you know, like, come on.
Yeah, that's what got me with the like conspiracy theories of the pandemic, where it was just like every country in the world is in on this. It's like they all, like, a lot of these just hate each other, but they're all like saying the same thing. I think we may have,
the conspiracy people think that like all that the hate that they have is fake, and it's all a show. It's all theatrical, and there's like a secret cabal of people that are actually friends behind it all. So the number of people that would have to be involved in faking, like the moon landing, for example, would be like in the high hundreds of thousands that would have to like know it didn't really happen
and keep it a secret. Yeah.
And like, imagine how hard it is to like keep a secret, you know? Like I had just told someone the other day about your secret thing that you told. I won't say it here, but like that really like secret thing you told me about your, like how in the back when you tried that thing. And I like, I found myself just saying like it's hard to keep a secret because it sounded so like, you know, just bizarre. And like I found myself just wanting to kind of share a story.
And then when that happens, like if I had like learned about that, and then I would want to say your secrets, and then what ends up happening is all the secrets get out, right? But we don't like, so we know that's just
and I'm not publicly going to say your secret here, but like I told my brother and my wife and like some of my friends and like the people that I work with and stuff like that. Like,
well, that's not going to go anywhere, right? Like, because that's not going to go anywhere, right? So it's like,
I should have told them not to tell. Like I should have said, don't tell anyone. But I was kind of like, I was more of a like, you gotta hear this, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. But they don't know.
Well, I know I showed them. I showed them pictures of you. Like I gave like some links of your stuff because they were like, who did that? You know, it's like it's jarring. Like it's jarring when you hear like what you did. It's kind of like. And again, I don't want to like share your secret up here, but like when I share that secret out, you know, publicly around my neighborhood, it's like, it's jarring that you like to do that with a jar is like, oh, I think we had a connection issue. It was like, anyways, it was like a mason jar thing. And like, you can like, if you like twist it onto your skin, like onto like a rounded part of your skin, it like creates a suction effect, and that feeling is like supposed to be really good or something like that, like kind of suction feeling thing. If he comes back, tell him I didn't say that. It was just oh, this is exciting.
Hey, bud, just hanging out. Just Bad Bible Debates here, hanging out.
Hey. Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Yep, just Bad Bible Debates. Nothing, no reason, nothing embarrassing. Just Bad Bible Debates here. That's it.
We were just talking about flat Earth stuff, and that's it. And so I'm glad you're here. Hey, I wanted to show you a drawing I've been thinking about.
That sounds good. I like that. I'm Bad Bible Debates. You can call me BBD. Oh, I love that.
It's a different one, but I got to just show this one more time. This turned out really good.
That's beautiful.
Me and his head were the balls.
I actually really love that art.
Yeah.
And that we should get that on Bad Bible Debates.
Get the art on it?
Yeah, let's get the art on the
like on the podcast.
Okay, that could be.
You want to get this drawing on the podcast? I don't know what that means.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, and yeah. So this is a free will thing. So sometimes people come in and will be like, "Why is God so bad?" Free will. Okay. So if some guys, let's say like let's use someone who's like not here. Let's just say like I have a friend named Joel. Like let's say he's gonna like kill me.
Okay. Yeah, like figuratively or physically, because sometimes he probably feels like he just wants to kill you. Because like sometimes that might be like figuratively, like I'm gonna kill you. But yeah, go on.
No. This would be like in for like for real. I don't think. I mean, I guess it's hard to know where people stand technically. Like, does anyone really know anyone? Until you learn their secrets, I guess.
Can we just not talk about secrets and you can?
Yeah. No, this is something else. So, okay, so we'll just do A and B. We'll say like A is going to kill you.
Okay.
So, if A, this is a scenario. A is going to kill. I'll use an arrow. B. Okay. And I have like 3 different scenarios I'm going to like play out with this. So, in scenario 1, we're going to do.
Is this algebra?
A little bit.
Like, it's algebraic.
It's going to be a little bit like it's a like mathematical breakdown of what happens when God intervenes.
That's going to be perfect for Muslims.
Oh, because they invented
algebra.
Yeah.
Even though it sounds like an Italian word, the Muslims invented it. Yeah.
They're the original algebros.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, go on.
Did they do algae also? Just like
by the way, if they're in England, they're algebravs.
I love that. Algebrav. Okay. If A kills B and God lets it happen, then you have in each scenario you have a good guy and a bad guy, right? So you have a good guy.
Is this going to be another one of your cocks?
No, this one isn't. And a bad guy. Okay. Which
one do you think you are? Which one do you think is the one that would spread secrets of their best friend? Is it the bad guy or the good guy?
Yeah, this is about killing. So I mean, I think I'm the good guy, and Joel's the like murder, like because murder is worse than
spreading secrets that somebody told you in confidence. That's like didn't really want everyone to know. Is that the good guy or the bad guy? You think?
Well, I mean, like nobody's perfect, but that's
I
was just talking about this. So I was just talking about like with a good secret, it's really hard to keep that secret. Like it's so just like it's just everywhere I go. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I guess it's hard if you're selfish, right? To respect someone's boundary. Yeah, I guess that is hard if you're selfish.
Look, everyone's just doing their best out here.
Do the fucking art.
Oh, sure. Okay. So in scenario 1, 2, and 3, if God lets the murder happen, then what you end up with is one dead guy. Okay. We'll do one dead. Do like a skull. And one free will, right? One free will. And then this one is minus one free will because his free will goes away.
Uh-huh.
-1.
Your ones are backwards.
Oh man. Oh, you know what I should just do?
Just do one line.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's easy. Okay. Okay. -1 free will.
Also, it's like one dash. Like you didn't do. That's not a -1. That's a one dash. The minus is on.
That's
the
why I'm
wrong
worried it's
side
too
of it.
complicated to draw. So maybe I just have to do it like
Do a dash and then
this
one.
guy's free will stays, but this one goes away, so they cancel each other out. So this is
So
gone.
there's one free will.
So there's net zero free will because we have his free will, we don't have his free will, so there's zero. God let it happen.
One guy's dead, and then no one, and then there's no free wills.
So what we end up with total is one death.
One death, no free will.
Yeah, and one life, but
He's still alive.
one death
but
of a good guy. Now,
I don't think you thought this out.
I'm working this out right now, seriously. So if God to interrupt the free will, I caught it on my elbow.
Okay,
you see that?
Okay, that's yeah.
I caught it in my elbow.
Hey, by the way, what color do you think that pen is? It looks like it's blue and white to me.
Yeah, hard to tell. Okay, so if God, in order to stop this from happening, scenario 2, God kills the bad guy, the Joel, then what you end up with is his free will is gone. So you get minus a free will.
One free will.
His free will stays. So that counteracts.
So we end up with the same amount of free will.
And one dead guy, but it's the bad guy. Right?
So the better dead guy.
Yeah, it's better that the bad guy's dead than the good guy's dead. Not ideal, but better. Now in the third scenario, God just changes his mind. Okay?
Oh, you just like fucks with the guy's head and he infringes.
You don't
want
to kill him. Yeah. You want to be friends with the guy. He's like, Joel, I'm going to fix you.
Yeah.
And God's like,
like Coldplay.
And I will try to fix you. Oh, how's that one go?
And I will try. Oh yeah. We'll drive you home, and I will drive you home, and I will try to fix you.
Fix you. Okay. And he does. God fixes Joel. You get -1 free will. His free will to live stays. So that cancels out.
Right.
You get 0 dead guys.
Oh, so you get no dead, you get no free, you get the same amount of free will.
The amount of free will is the same in all scenarios. In the scenario, like in the best scenario, you get 2 alive people and the same amount of free will. In the not as good scenario, you get 1 dead person and the same amount of free will. And then in the worst case one, you get a dead guy and the same amount of free will. And by the way, God picks the worst one. This is the one God picks.
So what's interesting is like what we're kind of figuring out is like what are God's values, right? So
let good people die. It equals out to let good people die.
Yeah, but it's kind of like in the first one. Unfortunately, I think there's a sleight of hand going on in the equation, and that is that. Yes, you're saying that the one guy that was killed had his free will taken by the murderer, but God didn't take any free will.
That's right. Yeah, that's okay.
So God,
by not intervening, he allowed that free will to go away.
But in a sense, it's like the other guy could have fought back, whatever, all those things. So what is actually what we're learning?
So I wasn't actually looking for notes on that. It was more of a just like I wanted to show you to show that to you. Like it wasn't a thing where I was like, oh, what do you think about this? Or can you maybe give me some input on this thing? That's just like wasn't really what was happening. Fuck. Need a friend right now. Joel, I'm like so glad you're here. I kind of just had my heart broken. And by the way, for anyone like in the chat who's listening, that I was kidding before. Like it was just a joke before.
Be specific.
Really? Like fully specific?
Are you kidding about?
When I told Joel's secret that he uses a mason jar to suck on his butthole because he likes the way it feels, I was just kidding before.
Thank you. And a lot of people, even though he was just joking, a lot of people are picturing like this big like mason jar sized butthole. That's impossible. Nobody has a butthole that big. So it's more of like an olive jar. But the point is that like it's a joke, and so you apologize for saying that out loud and telling your friends about it.
Yes, and I was just joking, and I'm sorry for joking about that thing that like for sure has never happened or was even ever like told to me in any kind of confidence.
That's what I was hoping you'd say, because like honestly, when you made that joke, it was really personal, and it like threw me for a loop, and I was just like, I can't believe he's doing a joke that's that.
I mean, we can move past it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that I left the live for a little bit, because I want to just like say, like, I know that you need my support here, and I'm sorry for having abandoned you. I hope that everything went well when I wasn't here.
It was great.
I just needed a bit of a breather.
I did a new drawing that just like crushed, and everyone thought it was perfect. Kind of like destroyed free will. So yeah, it was actually pretty good. What else do we have to chat about today? Okay,
you had a guest while I was gone?
Don't worry about it.
No. And you already cooked someone? Because it was like 3 minutes.
You were gone for like 8 minutes. Like you were gone long enough to do the mason jar thing. Like to think about like you have had a debate. Yeah.
Is what you
well,
mean.
aren't you when you're like when you tell me like, oh, I have a lot of stuff to do today, I'm going to be jarring. Like you're talking about like making jams and stuff, and like you're jarring.
No, it's going to be jarring. Like, oh man, it's so jarring how much I have to do. I'm looking at my to-do list.
Okay.
Like
I thought you were like
jarring.
making jellies and preserving them for later.
If I say it's fucking jarring, I don't mean a fucking jars, Mezzo.
Yeah. But are you going to be doing some jarring today?
Well, I look at my did I send you my list? It's fucking jarring.
That is true. That is true. We should maybe each get our own to-do list instead of using this shared one, because there's a lot of stuff here that like it feels like is private.
Well, some of it's like I was looking at. I started trying to trim my beard. I'm like, I don't have a fucking beard, and then I'm like, oh, that's Mezzo's thing.
Right. Yeah, and so you're
like, I
just
can't
scissors.
I can't start doing Mezzo's things.
It's confusing. It's not a good system.
No, it because it's mixed up. I'm like, I don't need to use Vaseline on my butt rash. Like, I'm not.
What do we
I don't
do?
have
Like,
that.
okay, well, that felt like a revenge.
But why would I need to do, like, it's on the list, but it's like, it doesn't apply to me. Here I am slathering Vaseline on my crack, and I'm like, this isn't for me.
If anyone knows an app that can like sort out a 2-person to-do list, like a color coding type of thing, maybe, so that like he stops doing beard trimming and I stop like sucking my asshole with mason jars, then let me know.
Or if there's an AI, if anyone knows of an AI that can like track what you're doing,
just to help us out, because we're getting mixed up.
If the AI can track what we're doing and be like, Stop sucking your own asshole with a mason
yeah.
jar.
Oh, in a voice, with a voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is not yours, Mezzo. That
that'd
is
be
not for
helpful.
you, Mezzo.
Oh, wrong asshole.
That's from Joel's TDL.
Anyways, if you're a Christian in the chat and you want to talk about why is God so bad, go ahead and request up. We're accepting Christians, believers in Jesus, people who think Yahweh was God and that Jesus made a new covenant. We're going to speak to people who are Sadagmak Bivtaj, really anyone who's not at church but should be at church. You know who you are. Come on up, and we'll have a bit of a conversation here, like maybe even a debate. Joel, have you ever done a formal debate? That one guy, the first guy, Jonah, was asking if I've done like a formal debate. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I've never done it, and I think we both brought someone up here, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Rebels was it actually?
Yeah,
they did that before too.
And I'm waiting for Lazarus, but anyway, go ahead.
Blessed Thomas, welcome in. How old are you?
Yeah, shalom.
Hello?
Hello?
How old are you?
Yes. Yeah, shalom. I'm 29.
Okay.
Christian.
This is weird that he looks muted to me. Are you guys seeing that he's muted?
I'm seeing that too. One of those silly glitches.
TikTok is a funny app. But yeah, if anyone has that color coding app, send it my way. We want to get into that to make sure that I stop sucking my own butt based off trying to do what Joel wants to do, because Joel wants to do that all the time and no matter what. But Blessed Thomas, why is God so bad?
1 second, I'm doing one of your things. Should I be putting the Vaseline in the butthole?
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up anymore. We're done. We're moving past it.
You got that rash, so
don't try to get the last word on this.
Right on your anus.
Just go suck an ass. Blessed Thomas, why is God so bad?
So bad. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, just like he allows for all these terrible, terrible things to happen, and he's supposed to be in charge and loving us and be helping. Oh, sure. Let's say like child cancer. Yeah, cancer.
Oh wow. You said why he allowed that? Yes. The result of what we call the fall of humanity is a result of all the misery, famine, and all kind of suffering. Because we are living in a fallen world. That's the result. So including the baby cancers is because of
so
the
why does he
world.
allow that?
Well, God allowed it because we have free will, and God allowed Adam and Eve, by the way, to fall. And
so it's our free will to get cancer. Okay. Well, let me ask you it this way, because like what about murder, for example? If one person murders another person, why doesn't God stop that? He has the power. Like if you were a police officer and you watched a murder go down, we'd be like, that's a bad cop. He's supposed to stop. He's supposed to intervene there. But with God, why doesn't God do it?
Well, because God has a morally sufficient reason which flows from his goodness. For example, God sometimes allows evil to happen because he can use evil for the greater good. Even yes.
Is it always that? Is that always why it happens?
Yes. Nothing in suffering is left unredeemed.
Interesting.
Every kind is going to for the yes.
So if I murder somebody, it's actually for the greater good? Like if I actually finish, like if I complete it, like if I try to and fail, then it wasn't good. But if I try to and it works, then it means it was actually for the best because God let it happen.
Well, I mean, what I mean for the greater good is, for example, in example you gave, the greatest crime you might have committed is unaliving Jesus Christ, the Son of God himself. And through that, through the evil hand of people, God brought redemption.
Okay.
God brought redemption. So the redemption, which takes us into eternity, is a greater good.
Eternity, greater good. So then, yeah, so I guess my question would be, in response to that, is like, if I murdered somebody and did it, like actually completed it, does that mean that act that I did supports the greater good? Like all things considered,
Well, the
that
actual
murder I
beauty
did
is,
was good.
well, everything is considered in the grand picture of the divine view, what they call the end of the whole cosmos, is in even evils which a human being are doing, all of them will be taken into consideration to bring about the greater good, which is the entire universe, which is oriented toward God.
Right.
So your
And so everything that
your justice will
happens,
be served.
everything that happens is like leading towards that greater good. So like if I murder someone, it's actually good because like it's helping get us to that end greater good.
No, the action itself is evil, and the justice will be served. But God will use even that action to bring about a greater good.
Do you think he could have stopped the action and still brought about the greater good? Or did he need that murder?
Then God, yes, if he does that, that means he will have violated your free will.
And that's what I want to kind of key into. And I know we have a little bit of a delay, but I have a drawing I want to show you that I think is like almost flawless. So just for a minute here, I'm gonna run a few different scenarios with you. Can you see this?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. So in scenario 1, I made the angry guy be like a murderer, and he kills the good guy. So this guy is one dead person, and God lets it happen. So he doesn't take anyone's free will, right?
Yes.
So this guy keeps his free will. Does this guy's free will to live stay, or his free will goes away?
Oh, he's what they call, he has been violated his free will by the other guy.
By this guy. So he keeps free will and he doesn't. So we have one person with free will and one without. So those kind of cancel each other out, but one of them's dead. Right? Because it's plus one free will minus one free will. Right?
No. What we call violation of free will is not like you don't have free will. It's just you have been compelled to do something. For example, when someone is holding you under compulsion,
saying, yeah.
let's say to drink something, that is what we call yes.
Yeah, his free will was to keep breathing. Like he was like, my will is to keep breathing, and then that was violated. So the bad guy keeps the free will, and the good guy loses free will. So those kind of like neutralize each other, and one guy dies, the good guy dies. Now in scenario number 2, just pretend for a minute that just before the murder happens, God kills the bad guy. He takes away the free will of the bad guy and the life of the bad guy. So we have one dead bad guy, but the good guy stays alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the good guy keeps his free will, and the bad guy loses his free will. So it's plus one free will, minus one free will. Those kind of neutralize again when we have one dead bad guy. Same as up here.
Okay.
Free will neutralizes one dead person, except this time it's the bad guy dead. This time it's the good guy dead. Okay. Now, in my view, I think it'd be better to have like one dead bad guy than one dead good guy. I think it's worth it to take the free will of a bad guy if it gets to keep the free will of the good guy. But you're saying God chooses this one.
Oh, then how is it? Then yeah, if you say that, then how is it just then?
How is what?
Well, if you say it's okay to take the free will of the bad guy, how is it just for you to take the innocent life of that guy? How is it just?
Yeah, I think just between these two options, this one's better. But yeah, if you want to talk just, that's actually option 3. So like, in option 3 here, we have God doesn't kill the bad guy, so there's no dead, but he just changes his mind. He just goes, you don't want to do that anymore. In fact, I'll even do this. God makes him like happy. So now this guy's a happy man. And so he doesn't want to kill him. He took his free will. We get minus 1 free will. I'll put like a F-will. Okay. The two people stay alive. The life is still there. One free will was taken. The good guy still has free will. Okay, but no one died. This to me is the best option. God takes the free will. Yeah, that's a bummer to lose free will, but both people live. No innocent life is lost. And the good guy still gets to have free will. But God chooses the worst one, is what you're saying.
Oh, why do you think the third option is a good option?
Because I value life. I think. Does God value life, like human life?
Yes.
Yeah, and this guy can keep having free will about other things. It's just this one particular act. So he can still choose to make cake or pie, to have for dessert tonight, or spaghetti, or different pasta. I can't think of any other pastas right now. But for dinner, he could choose other things. But just the one murder free will, he doesn't. He takes that out, so he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Okay, but if you are choosing that because you don't have the view of the ripple event, the ripple effect, where it comes, where it rips forward. For example, let me ask this: would it be just to unalive a baby Hitler?
No. I think what would be better to do is fix baby Hitler's mind so it doesn't want to Holocaust. That's the best. I think that's the best thing to do.
But his mind is just fine. See, when you say God could have
Hitler's
removed
mind
the free will of this guy, see, let me answer your third option first. You say, let me answer your third option first. You said the best option there is to remove that free will of doing that act, but he can do other things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, and that for us, in a Thomistic sense, that is a violation of free will. That's not against free will.
Right.
God does
I think it's better to violate free will than to take someone's life, because taking life also violates free will. You lose free will and life. You lose more free will because the person who dies can't choose cake or pie for dinner. They can't choose spaghetti or like other pastas for dinner. Right? They don't have any free will. If you just take the one evil free will away, you lose a little bit of free will, but you can still make other choices. So really, you're taking more free will by letting the murder happen.
Well, because you have left other parameters away. For example, one parameter just left in God's part is life is not only this one. There is eternal life. Even if you take somebody's life in this life, there is a way God is going to pay that, and God has the life moving to the eternal life is a transition.
Oh yeah, these people are just both atheists in this scenario.
Yeah, but what you're saying then is that there's no value in this life. We don't put any value on this life anymore. Murder is a moot point.
Yeah, murder might be good,
there is a great. By the way, there is a great value because the one who did that, he has violated the God's commandment. Thou shalt not murder.
So if there's value in it,
he's
then we
going
can't
to be
just be like, well, afterlife. So let's not think about it. We have to deal with the problem then.
It's an interesting thing to be like. Sometimes it's good to do murder as long as they already have accepted Jesus Christ into their heart. Like that, blessed. I think that's a really dark view that you're proposing here. Like it's okay to murder people who like I don't even want to say this on my live. I'm gonna get in trouble. I think that's a really bad point of view to have.
No, but I told you, murder is already condemned. Thou shalt not murder, the sixth commandment. And I'm telling you,
are there any commandments that say thou shalt not?
Only this one.
Are there any commandments that say thou shalt not violate thy neighbor's free will?
Yeah, including thou shalt not murder. That's a violation of free will. Thou shalt not murder.
What? So
if you murder somebody, it means you're violating his free will.
When you're in heaven in the afterlife, do you have free will?
Yes.
Okay, so they still have free will in your view. So really they're not losing free will. So is it bad to take someone's free will? Is that one of the commandments?
No, I'm saying what I said is murdering somebody in virtue of that you violated the free will of that guy. you have taken away his free will.
Yeah. And again, that's why I think the third option is the best one, to just only take one free will, leave the other choices, but just take the one, because if you let him do the murder, it's going to take more free will away. It's going to violate more free will. And so if God were all good, he would choose the all best option all the time.
Well, God, because He view everything, view all event in eternity. So He even view you are a single event in that time of murdering. God has seen what could rip forward. For example,
right.
If somebody is going to murder a baby Hitler, who is going to cause that's the kind of problem he caused, you would say this is completely unjust.
Do you think God does that?
If you have the view, what is going to do?
Do you think God like takes the life of like people who will grow up to be Hitler?
Does God take life of people to be like Hitler? I would say I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it, right? Because we had like an adult Hitler.
No, okay. I asked you, would it be just to analyze a baby Hitler? What did you say?
No. I mean, in my view, no. In your view, I have no idea. What do you think?
Okay, you say so. You say it's better for baby Hitler to glow and cause unaliving of 60 million people. You think that's a good thing?
No, I think the best thing to do would be to raise baby Hitler in a way where he didn't have those desires. That's the most ideal thing to do. That's the most just thing to do.
Okay, fine.
Just change his will.
Okay, fine.
Just change his mind.
In God, well, then in God's part, God who gave free will, and He's just, He cannot violate what He gave, but because He has a bigger picture, bigger plan of what to come, He can even from your own what you meant for evil, God can bring about greater good even from that evil. What we're going to do.
So just,
and by the way, even if.
Sorry, Blessed. Let me just say this. Let me just ask you this question. If God's all powerful, can He accomplish the greater good without all the murder?
Can He accomplish the greater good without the murder?
Can He accomplish, because He's all powerful, can He accomplish the greater good without all the murder?
Oh, in the view of free will,
no, we're just talking about all powerful right now, because you keep on saying that there's a greater good He's going to bring about with all of this free will. So my question is, I'm going to make it as a point, if He can accomplish the greater good without all the murder, that must be better. And if He's all powerful, He must be able to do that. So your greater good thing doesn't mean anything, right?
What is the best good thing? Is it just like everyone is in heaven, everyone's in love, and the heaven is beautiful? Is that the ultimate good that you're talking about?
Yes, okay. That is the supernatural end.
Okay, I'm gonna draw it out. Go ahead and talk while I draw. It's going to take a second.
See, the point of this exercise seems to be that we learn God's values, and God's values are free will above human life. To the point where, like, He wouldn't infringe on baby Hitler, so even though it costs the lives of 6 million people. So that's God's value system. Now, the problem with that, Blessed, is if we were to look at the Bible and find that God has ever infringed on free will, all of a sudden this blows up because He values the thing, but then, like, will infringe on it at the same time. So it doesn't seem to make sense. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, so you are saying if we infringe on free will, is it problematic?
I'm saying that if He infringes on free will sometimes, then He obviously doesn't respect the free will that much. So that's not really a good answer for the 6 million people who died in the Holocaust.
Well, I think God always values free will.
You think He always violates free will?
Because you say, yeah, no, always values free will, because out of free will you are going to be held accountable. If he's the one who's violating your free will, how can you even be held accountable?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, if we look at the Bible and we see that he does violate people's free will sometimes, doesn't that blow up the whole he values free will argument?
No, he doesn't. Where do you find that? I mean, the fellow
we'll get
act.
to that, but just real quick to make this point. So here's a bunch of people in heaven, and this, there's two versions of it. And this one, this is the ultimate good, final goodness. Everyone's in heaven having a party, pants down, harps out, just like living it up. And in this other version, it's the same thing. It's the same end goal that God is trying to achieve. But in this one, it has all the murder and free will. I'll just draw some like dead, X'd out bodies down here. That's like a dead guy down here. I'll just do like, this is just a head. It should be frowning, I guess. I got chopped off there, and there's like, gushing death. And then over here, I'll just like, here's just a foot. Someone that got their like foot cut off, like a bone sticking out, blood and stuff. So this one has all the good stuff and all the bad stuff, which is what you're saying happens. And this one just has all the good stuff only, without all the bad stuff. If you were all good, which one would you pick? The one that's all good, or the one that's mixed with good and bad?
I would choose the one, the end point. I would choose the one which is the greatest good, which is
The
all
end
good.
point is the same in both of them. So do you pick the one that has the bloody corpses and chopped off feet, or the one that doesn't? Because the other part's the same.
Well, if they're all the same, then they're all equal the same.
Right. So which one do you pick? Do you pick option 1 or option 2?
Okay.
This is not this is a pretty easy choice,
Sure.
I think. Yeah. Which one would you pick?
Okay, I'm going to choose now.
Yeah.
Well, in view of free will, I'll choose the second one.
Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah. So when you had the option of having everyone in heaven, or having everyone in heaven and a bunch of dead people, and you chose the one with the dead people. It's a weird move to me. It's like an interesting.
No,
it's a weird move.
I said
it goes against my intuition.
No, I said in the view of free will.
Yeah, they both have that. They both had equal free will. Yeah.
Well, if with the free will, then the upper part is impossible. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
For God?
The first one is impossible. Yes.
So God couldn't make it where we have free will in heaven?
I mean, in a first instance, yes, it's impossible. If you put free will in the play.
In the play? I don't know what that means. Oh, into play?
I mean, yes, I mean, it is impossible to have free creatures, all of them, to compel to come to heaven freely, to offer take the offer of salvation freely out of their free will, and all of them without failing. It's impossible with the free will. If you can, then I would be glad to hear that logically.
Yeah, sure. So like I said, you just remove the desire to do the bad stuff. You remove the desire to do murders. Right? Like he takes that want out, and then they get to still just keep making other choices. Like no problem. They can still make their other good choices, but they just don't want to they don't feel like they want to murder anyone or grape anyone or steal stuff,
Well, then that's not a free will in an Thomistic sense. That's not a free will. It is not. Yeah, free will means
you need to choose. Hold on. You need to want to murder somebody in order to have free will.
No, free will implies either you can murder somebody or not, and you choose not to. That's
exactly.
Free will.
Yeah, you can still have that, but that craving, people who have that craving to murder, you take that out. You still could, but you
Then
take
that
out
if
that
it,
want.
that's not free will then to us. That's not free will.
Do you want to murder anybody, blessed?
No.
Do you have free will, blessed?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Perfect. So just make them like you. Make people like you, where you don't want to murder and you still have free will.
Okay, you know what? But there is a possibility. If I want to, I could. God forbid. You see
Yep.
you see the point.
If you
free will
wanted
in-
to, you
free will
could. Even
entails-
if you didn't want to, you could. You just probably wouldn't.
yeah.
Right?
So free will entails like the really possibility of you being able to do the other thing.
Yep, you
or
still
not.
able to.
If
You're
there is
blessed, are you able to? Are you able to murder somebody?
able, yes,
Yeah. Do you want
yes,
to?
you are able.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want.
Okay,
no,
so
I
you
don't
just
want.
you just take the want out. You still have free will. It's no problem. Just do that to everybody. Make more people like you. You're the case study. You're the example of what God should make more people like.
Okay, so see, if you remove my wanting to or my wanting not, if you take my wanting not to murder, then you have violated my free will. Because for me to say I have true free will is I have not only the ability, but not the ability to choose, but I can want to, even to will itself, even to will, the freedom to will itself, not to choose, even to will itself.
I'm not sure that this is making much sense, but I want to do what Joel was talking about real quick. So let's find a few examples where God takes someone's free will in the Bible. I know there's this example I've used before. Let me see if I can find it. Is it
The Pharaoh's
Matthew?
hut?
Oh, no. I was going to do something from the New Testament. Where is it in Matthew? I want to say Matthew 6, but let me double check that. That seems a little early.
Yeah. So I wanted to clarify your point there. People mostly are making this nuance. There is a free will to will and a free will to choose. So even to will itself should be free. Even the choice also should be a free choice.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, so two things intertwined.
All right. So if someone is possessed by a demon, what's happening there? Are they having free will still?
They have free will, but it's fragmented now.
Okay. So if they are demon possessed and God removes that demon from them against their will, is he violating their free will?
No, God is freeing their free will.
So their free will was being violated, and he takes it away from them, or he takes it away from the demons. He takes the demons' free will away.
Yes, then the guy will be freed.
Why doesn't he respect demons' free will? Why doesn't he respect demons' free will?
Because demons is because demons is by the way they've been punished. They've been punished.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying with like murderers. They're bad guys. Take their free will away.
No, because demons are irredeemable. Unlike any other.
Irredeemable. God won't forgive demons.
Because demons they won't accept God. They're fixed their will.
So they don't get free will. He doesn't give them free will. They have life.
No,
they have
they
eternal life. They have
fixed.
eternal life, but they don't have free will.
They have fixed the free will of rejecting God. They perpetually reject God. Fixed it.
Fixed free will. Is that what you said?
Yes, their free will is fixed. That means the fallen
Fixed
angels,
free will
including
is an
Satan.
amazing idea. I love the idea of fixed free will. That's fun.
Yeah, so the demons, including Satan's, we say they have fixed free will, but we have flexible.
What about
does it mean?
animals?
It means
What about animals? Do animals get free will?
animals they have instinct because they don't have rational soul, which we do have.
So God doesn't respect that. He gives them
God.
life, but not free will.
He gave them instincts. They live by own instincts and choosing to do things, but they don't have a rational choice like a rational will like human, because human being have been made in the image of God. They don't have that.
So so do you think it's bad for someone to like torture a puppy or something like that?
No, it's not good, bro. It's not. That's not good.
Why? What about it's bad? You're not ruining anyone's free. They don't have free will. You're not taking their free will.
Yeah, that because that's what we call carelessness of the creation. Because human being are being given the lordship and the stewardship over the creation. So violating animals, even abusing the land, is a sin against nature. It is there by Pope, by the way, he said. I think in the literature, sir. Yes.
Okay, so we have to be nice to animals.
And the creation as a whole, because we are a steward one.
Okay.
The steward, we have the stewardship over the creation. We have the lordship over the creation, not to abuse it.
Right. But God can, because he's not in charge. He's not in charge of the animals. He can like hurt animals if he wants to. It doesn't matter.
He can, but he doesn't.
Well, the animals, they still die and suffer and stuff.
Well, but their suffering is finite because as a result of Adam's fall. And then by the way,
say that one more time. I didn't hear. Their suffering is what?
Their suffering is finite because of the results of the Adam's fall, and the whole creation, by the way, suffers because of Adam's fall.
So God,
but the redemption is only.
If God, I mean, God has killed animals before. Like that's happened, right?
Like we were saying, so
he drowns animals.
You say in the flood, right?
Sure, in the flood, and then when like he sends the demons into the pigs, and the pigs all drown.
Yeah, because God is the author of life. He can give and take life whatever he wants. But God doesn't.
Okay, so it's not God.
Abuse.
It's not bad to murder. It's bad for us to murder. It's not bad to hurt animals. It's bad for us to hurt animals. Okay.
Yeah, God doesn't matter because He is the author of life itself. You don't have any outset of life. God can give life, can take life, can give eternal life, but you can't.
I think that's crazy. Like just because you make life, I don't like. If you make a sentient being, you are like morally obligated, in my opinion, to like take care of it. You can't just kill it because you made it. I think that's like a really weird point that I hear Christians stand on a lot.
No,
he made sentient beings. He can kill them. Like that always hurts my heart. You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
Because it's not an arbitrary thing because he has morally sufficient reason to do that. It's not like an arbitrary thing doing like that.
To drown pigs, he has a reason to do that.
Don't speak with those demons.
He drowned the pigs. Demons don't drown. Demons don't breathe.
You say about those demons?
Do demons breathe air?
Testament?
Can demons breathe underwater?
No.
Did Jesus drown the pigs, or did the demons use their free will that they don't have to drown the pigs? Which one was it?
Yeah, the demons drive the pigs into the water.
Okay, here's what happened. Jesus saw two possessed guys. They had demons in them. Then he didn't ask them, but he removed the demons without asking. He intervened on a bad thing that was happening, and he fixed it without anyone asking. Okay, he went against the free will of the entire situation, and he took the demons out and he put them in pigs who they also didn't ask for it. The pigs go crazy and go drown themselves, right? God could have just put the demons in the water. He could have said, just put them straight into the water without the pigs. But the pigs have this unnecessary death that comes along with it. God has no problem, as Jesus, taking free will, taking life, and trying to fix some situation. But now when it comes to like someone's trying to murder you, God has to be hands off. I'm not allowed to mess with this one. It doesn't make sense. There's times where he does intervene and there's times where he doesn't. The whole story is like unbelievable. Oh no, we're doing a different one. The whole story is just so bad.
Oh no,
I forgot I switched backgrounds. Sorry about that.
As I thought. Yeah, I think you're missing the nuances. And about the animal suffering, animal suffrage. As I told you, animals, by the way, were there for human. The entire creation is ordered toward human, and human is ordered toward God.
So if God takes someone's life, does it take their free will?
If God takes somebody's lives, yes, it means your free will is over.
So it's okay for God to take someone's free will away.
Well, by taking your life means your free will is over.
Right. So it's okay for God to take your life. So it's okay for God to take your free will. He gives you your free will. He can taketh it away.
Well, because he has morally sufficient reason to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the morally sufficient reason is this end good. That's better good, right?
Yeah, so it could be salvation or something which is greater.
So why doesn't he do it every time? Why does sometimes he take away free will and sometimes he doesn't? Unless it's the case that in the end, the murders that do happen are good. Like every murder that actually comes to completion, in your view, has to be helping achieve the ultimate good, or else God would have interrupted it like he does with some of them.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why when I asked you a long time ago, if I murder someone and it works and I finish it, like they die, right? Then in the end, that's like for the better, right?
Well, in a finite world here, you have sin against God, sin against your neighbor, and you have to be held accountable. But in God's infinite hand, in God's infinite realm, where it says everything, everything, even what you meant for evil, God brings greater good out of that.
Yeah.
So,
and he knew it was going to happen.
Yes.
And he didn't interrupt it. So in the end, this is ultimately for the best that it worked, that I did it. You know?
And blessed, I just want to note this nuance here. So it's not that it's either one of these two things. He is doing it for the greater good. So the 6 million deaths in the Holocaust was necessary to achieve the greater good, or it wasn't necessary, but he uses it he makes it good later. Which one do you believe?
No, it is not necessary, but God permitted it. God permitted it, but it is not necessary. So he permitted it in a sense that even if you intend to do evil and you finish doing evil, God can bring good, greater good out of that, but it's not necessary.
Okay, so now this justified reason seems weird to me. It seems like saying nothing.
He allows unnecessary evils to happen so that he can make it good again later when it was already good before.
But he can.
Then
he
later
allows
he's
it,
like,
but he can.
Now I'll fix it later. Does he fix it later?
Well, because God sees everything in a single eternal now, so everything is happening. God is orienting everything toward the greater good. So even including evil itself. So, but it is two-way. It could be a contradiction if it is God Himself. In one way he does things, and then in the same way he plans for the greater good. That would be a contradiction. But it is two-way. One way it is you doing. Sorry, it is two-way. One way.
There's a delay. Sorry, there's a delay. We're not trying to speak over you too much. We're trying to jump in here and there because this is confusing. But there's a bit of a delay. So if we're doing it at a rude time, I apologize.
Yeah, sure. So in one way, it is on you in a limited sense. You have sinned, and you're being to held accountable, and you're going to be punished. But in another sense, in God's eye, in His eternity, from your own evil you've done, which of course you will be held accountable. Okay. He brings about a greater good later.
Here's what's interesting.
Sometimes you may see it, sometimes you may not see it, but later on, God in the ripple effect, He brings about a greater good.
Here's what's interesting about this. So God is watching a murder about to take place. He's watching the approach, and he knows it's going to either happen or not. Whatever it is, he knows what the answer is, and he knows that even though that's going to happen later, I can make this for the ultimate good. So he restrains himself from intervening. He says, "I'm gonna hold back. I want good things to happen. So my inclination is to say, don't do that, but I'm going to stop myself." And so he stops himself as an act and says, "I'm going to withhold my intervention here because he doesn't want to." Okay, or maybe he's not withholding. Fine, that sounds like an act to me. If you're watching something happening and you don't do it, you're acting patient. You're acting permissively or something like that. Like that, I get that that's a nuance. But when he does intervene, it's as if he's seeing the future and going, there's no way I can make this good. I have to intervene now. I won't be able to make this better later. I have to intervene. Right? Like with the demons and the pigs, he was like, I have to get these people out. I have to get these demons out. I have to kill these pigs. There's no way I can make it better unless I do this act. Because this is the best act I can do.
Well, that's a good try. But here the fair thing, we don't say God is a restrain himself or do something. God is a pure act. He is what he says. Everything in him is actualized. Nothing later is in potential.
Totally.
So,
totally. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So when he does act, it's pure. Like it's a pure act, and he does sometimes intervene and stop murders. Right.
Well, God, he acts in a single act of his eternity, and in his single act
but like
of being,
some of the times when someone's going to murder, he intervenes and stops them. Like he takes their free will, he giveth them their free will, he taketh away, and he giveth them their life, and he taketh it away, and he stops the murderer, right? So sometimes he's like, there's nothing else I can do. This is the best I can do, is to take this person's free will away. But then what you have is like something like the Holocaust, for example, or like like all the child grapes that do happen. God is saying, this is fine, I can make this good later. I'm going to let this go on.
Yeah, but God has seen that from eternity. It's not like God is saying it and decide to react on the event. No, God is a pure act. He has seen every event in eternity. What's happening is what we... Pure act means there is nothing potential in God.
There's what?
For example, there's nothing potential in God. Potential, which is, there's no potentiality in God. He has
no potential.
Like no potentiality of actualizing something. For example, you have a potential to become a Christian, right?
I don't know. I don't like find it very convincing. What do you mean? I could be convinced.
Yeah, I mean yes, like that, the potential.
Oh, sure. Right? I see what you mean. So he doesn't have the ability to like change something.
Yeah, what we call a change is what we call a relational change in creation, not in him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you say like later he can bring about the greater good, that's not true. He doesn't have the potential to do that because he's just pure act, whatever that means.
Well, because he has already prepared the greater good from all those events from a single eternal now, in his one eternal act of being.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Why? Why?
Just like the words you're saying don't like combine into a coherent phrase of any kind. Maybe I'm missing something, Joel. You speak Christianese.
I've heard of it before. I think that what it is their pure act deals with some problems. Like for instance, you know how like you're like, oh, God has a mind and minds change, or there's the time thing. They're like, well, what if he's just pure act? So it's pure act is plugging a hole philosophically that something else
like
is doing. Yeah, and so that's why like when you start combining all of these hole plugs to make the God, it just becomes incoherent entirely. But all of this is just nonsense.
Right. That's what I was kind of getting from it too. This like it just sounds like pure act is just a thing that you say when you're stuck. Like when you've gotten to the point where it's like, oh, something doesn't make sense about God. Let's just like make up a phrase. He's pure act, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
No, guys, no.
God would need time to create, and God would, if he needs to create, then he'd have to have desires. So then he'd be lacking something. But no, he's just pure act.
Yeah, it's just pure act. Yeah.
You are right.
There wasn't never a time he wasn't creating. He's just pure act. Like it's just like plugging the hole.
But he does change that, right? Like he goes from not taking your free will to taking your free will at the moment that he does it.
No, that's what we call a relational change in creation. When you say God
so what
is
he's
pure,
saying is like we have life and then life goes away, but he that happened with God at one time. Like everything happened at once, and it's all just pure act. So the whole thing that we're experiencing is just like has already happened, and God already made it the best.
Lowlife, are you a Christian?
Yes, simply like that.
Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay. Hey, Blessed, I'm going to let you go because it kind of feels like talking to a wall, and we're going to just chat with someone else, but thanks for coming up. Lowlife, welcome in. We're just talking about like why God is so bad. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, who hurt you?
The last guest. You know what I mean? Like it was just like really like painful kind of going through that with them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're not all like that. I can reassure you.
What do you all like?
I would say it's pretty bad to generalize people, so don't want to make a generalization.
Well, what do you like?
Hopefully not like the last guest.
That's
Low
what
life,
you're not
just so
like. What do you are like?
Just me, brother.
Just so you know, Low Life, I think I have a video clip on my YouTube page of me having a conversation with you.
Really? I'm YouTube famous?
Yeah. Well, it's got like over 1,000 views,
Sweet.
but yeah, I don't know which one it is, which title it is, but it's in my live debate clips.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, just go through them and see which one. I don't know which one it is, but I remember it was you.
A good debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
So why would you view God as bad? He's God. He created you.
Yeah, I like that part. It's the part where he like hurts people for punishment. I don't like that part.
Well, usually you would have to do something to get hurt, right?
Yeah, like you asked me like who hurt you, you know, and you know, if you ask that of like some of the Bible figures, they'd be like, well, God did. You know, God hurt me. You know, all the people that he hurt.
Yeah, well, usually the people that did intend getting hurt in the Bible weren't usually good people. For example, like when a judge in a court of law sends a schmurder to prison, is that judge doing a bad thing or a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends, right? So if like depends on if the crime and the punishment are appropriate, then yeah, I think that's like if it's appropriate, then that's fine to do. But like if someone is like let's say I'm a judge and you're on trial and the crime that you're guilty of is that your king did something bad, and so I punish you to death. That doesn't seem appropriate. It seems like now I'm a bad judge, right?
Yeah, you would be a bad judge.
Yeah. But that happens in the Bible, right? Like the king does something bad and God hurts the people.
What are you referring to exactly?
Sure. Let's look at this one. I mean, I think it happens a few times, but this is a good example of one in 2 Samuel with the census, right? So David is asked by God to take a census of the people. So he's just supposed to count how many soldiers he has or something like that. And so he does. He's like, okay, God, I'll do it. I'll count everybody. He counts everyone. God gets mad and says, you know, you weren't supposed to do that. So it says in 24:15, so the Lord sent a pestilence on Israel from that morning until the appointed time, and 70,000 of the people died from Dan to Beersheba. So God is like, as punishment for what you did, King David, I'm going to kill 70,000 of your people. And that's what I was talking about. Like you were one of the people in the like the little courtroom scenario we played out, and your king did something bad, which was listen to God, and so you got punished for it. And I think that's bad judgment.
It's not bad judgment if you disobeyed a God.
Well, yeah, you didn't.
The judge in your case, you disobeyed the judge, and the judge is
well. Before you said it was bad judgment,
executing justice upon those who deserve punishment.
And do you deserve punishment for what your king did?
Yes, we all deserve punishment.
Okay, so that's you flipped it on. So before you were saying, just to recap, before you were saying that's bad, you'd be a bad judge, but now you want to take that back and say yes, I deserve death.
I'm just using the same analogy. Sorry.
Yeah. So now you deserve death for what your king did. Explain that.
First of all, what makes you believe you don't deserve death? We've all sinned, and sin is the wage of death, so I don't really get where you're getting at. We all deserve to die. You should, and actually, you being alive is the mercy of God's love.
I don't know what you mean. So even though those people didn't do a specific thing,
They
everyone
did.
just deserves.
They
So
did. What
like
makes you think
you're
you're-
like if someone
what makes you
gets
think you're
murdered,
innocent?
you're like, yeah, they had it coming.
What makes you think you're innocent? That's my point. What makes you?
I
think
wasn't
they're
talking about me.
sinless?
I'm talking about these people. But like we can switch it to me, sure. So like
Even these people. What made you think these people were sinless and
It
weren't
just
able
doesn't-
to be judged by God?
So yeah, so I get what you're saying. You're saying that God killed these people, but not for the thing that he said it was about. He said it was because of David's thing, but it was actually because they just deserved to die for other reasons. Is that what you're saying?
Where does it say that in the Bible?
Yeah, it's 2 Samuel 24. I'll find it one more time.
2 Samuel 24.
Okay. Here's the judgment. It starts at 10. Afterward, David was stricken to the heart because he had numbered the people. David said to the Lord, I have sinned greatly in what I have done. But now, O Lord, I pray you, take away the guilt of your servant for what I have done very foolishly. When David rose in the morning, the word of the Lord came to the prophet Gad. Now, this is confusing because there's God and then a guy named Gad. Like, that's a little bit confusing. So think of, like, just imagine Josh Gad for the second guy, and it'll help you out a little bit.
Oh my God. I didn't take the Lord's name in vain. I didn't
said
take it. I
Josh
said
Gad.
Gad. I said Gad.
So Gad, Josh, says to David and says,
Yeah, but I don't
"Thus."
see what you said. Your statement was that if
Yeah, I'm still reading. I'm getting to it right here.
you haven't gotten it there, that's all.
Thus says the Lord, 3 things I offer. Choose one of them and I will do it to you. So Gad came to David and told him, shall 7 years of famine come on you or your land? Or will you flee 3 months before your foes? Or will there be 3 days of pestilence on your land? Now consider and decide what answer I shall return to the one who sent me. Then David said to Gad, I am in great distress. Let us fall into the hand of the Lord, for his mercy is great, but let me not fall into human hands. So God gives him this choice. Like, you're getting punished for this. You get to pick which the punishment is. He gives him 3 choices of punishment, which, like, that is a weird thing for a judge to do, but interesting. Pick your punishment. Here's 3 things. What do you want to do? It's kind of like, do you want to do community service? Or would you rather go to jail or have, like, all your people die? Like, that's kind of the options.
So
David.
you had a free option at that point. You had free will.
Yeah, David has free will, yeah.
Okay, so
He
it
gets
was
to
his
choose the
consequences.
punishment that God is issuing out for this particular crime.
And who's responsible for their own comfortability? You or other people?
What?
Who's responsible for your own comfortability? You or other people? Not a hard
Comfortability?
question. Who is responsible, for your own comfortability? You or other people?
I don't
Not
know.
a hard question.
I don't know this word comfortability.
David had 3 options, all right?
Do you mean
choose from.
accountability?
No. Accountability, comfortability, it doesn't matter. He had 3 options to feel comfort,
Comfortability.
to choose from.
The state or quality of being.
Still a simple
The
question.
same as comfort or being comfortable. Who's in charge of their own comfortability? I've never heard that word
who's
before.
responsible for your own comfortability? You or other people? Not a hard question.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation, right? Like, if I'm in the middle of kicking you, then I'm making you uncomfortable. But if I'm, like, fluffing my own pillow, then I'm in charge of my own comfortability.
What? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
You tell me the answer then. I don't know. I don't understand the question.
You're responsible for your own comfortability, buddy.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
the world.
Okay.
Which is
so
what this whole
you're-
verse
so
is.
what
You're
you're- so
trying to
in-
make this verse sound like we're blaming the shift on other people when it's
Yeah, and
your
that's
own
no. I'm
fault.
trying to say it's weird
You're
that it shifted to other
responsible
people.
for
Yeah.
your
So the
decisions
70,000 people
and the options you make.
totally. So the 70,000 people are responsible for their own comfortability, but they get punished for what someone else did. That's what I'm saying is
sure.
weird. I agree with you. This is weird.
We're going in circles now because once again, there's no such thing as an innocent person. We have all sinned. Romans 3:23.
I understand
And the
that.
penalty for sin is what? Death.
It's absolutely death, which is weird.
Okay,
But
so what are you going in circles
low
for?
life?
No,
Is
you
that what they
conceded.
got
You just
punished for?
conceded.
Is that what they got
The
punished
penalty
for?
is death. So what are we going in circles for? You already agreed.
I totally agree with you. So what you're saying is these people got punished for something else than what the Bible says. The Bible says
were they innocent people?
no one's innocent.
Okay.
Everyone's guilty.
Oh, okay. So then it was okay then.
Oh,
right?
I don't think being guilty of sin should be like. I think death is a bad punishment for sin. I think that's like not fair.
Why?
Personally.
Are you God?
I'll get into that, but I want to finish. Like, you're really trying to get away from this point. I want to just finish it. Stop trying to change off of it.
You can finish it. Sorry.
So these people were punished for a different crime than what it says in the Bible. Is that what you're saying? Their punishment was just general sin.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's weird that God is saying, because of what David did, I'm going to punish you. But what you're saying is that if anyone murders anybody, it's okay, but they had it coming. They deserved it.
What was your question?
Like, if you murdered me, would you need to be in trouble for that?
Of course. Like,
but I deserved it.
My initial question to you is, when a judge in a court of law sends a murderer to prison, is that judge doing a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, so to prison, he's not taking their life away, right? It's more, we're talking about like the death penalty.
Right. So that criminal's going to get what they deserve. And so when God sends people to hell or murders them, God's doing a good thing because God's executing justice upon those who deserve punishment.
So let's think about this. And this is where we got in a little bit of a circle here, but like, if I stole a candy bar, that's a crime. Do I deserve the death penalty?
In God's
you have to say yes.
In God's eyes, all sins viewed the same.
Death penalty for stealing candy bars. That sounds like justice to you?
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's outstanding.
Mezzo, have you ever stole a candy bar?
Yeah.
Are you still alive today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. God must be really
shouldn't.
merciful.
You're saying I should be
really merciful. Yeah. God must be really merciful.
Well, no, the judge
especially knowing sin is the wage of death.
And why
he
is
must
that?
be really merciful. Why are you still
sin
alive?
Sin is the wage of death?
Yeah.
You reversed that. Sorry. You said that backwards. Yeah, I know what you mean. Why is death the proper punishment for stealing candy bar?
In the eyes of the Lord, of course, in my human mindset, I would disagree. But in the eyes of the Lord, it's His holiness that.
Yeah. And we're born sinful.
It's in our blood. That's in our blood.
So like, if a baby dies of leukemia at 2 months old, you would say, yeah, they had it coming. They deserved that.
Brother, if you see all the sick cruelty of the world should cause you to desire a savior who's going to set it right for you. Because your alternative is that these same toddlers that get leukemia or get SA'd for no reason there's no ultimate justification for it, because ultimately nothing matters in your worldview. You're an atheist. And your worldview, we're all just a bunch of germ cells anyway. What does it matter for you, an atheist?
I want to respond to that. Yeah, I want to respond to that. So like, let me maybe in the form of a question, but like, would you say like when a baby dies of leukemia, that like, would you say like, yeah, they had it coming, they deserved it?
Oh, it's a very hard question, but I mean, some of the hardest problems I face as a Christian, because the hardest problem I face is things like this, or the pain of my niece getting a tumor at 22 that kills her. Like, what do I say to my sister? That's the hardest problem I face.
Did she deserve it?
It seems to me, atheism,
I don't think so. In my view, I don't think so.
No answer, because atheism, by definition, is human death is the end, and there's no ultimate hope.
Yeah, atheism definitely doesn't have an answer to whether or not babies deserve leukemia. Like that's atheism doesn't cover that.
Have an answer for like
absolutely.
If
well, it has answers for some things.
Reactions in our brain. Why does it even matter? How can we hold anybody responsible?
We can't look to atheism for that answer. Atheism doesn't provide answers in that. Yeah.
Yeah, Christianity does. God does.
Okay, so what's the answer? Do babies who die of leukemia deserve it?
Brother, you're stealing from God to argue against him. You're stealing a moral standard to say childhood cancer is evil. And
well, I don't have an answer for it.
Listen, we all agree that childhood cancer is evil. But on atheism here, there's no way to
it's justified. It's justified.
There's no way to justify it's evil, because on
it's evil that God kills babies?
If atheism is true, we're just
hold on now. Hold on.
What does it matter?
We're
just going to become worm food. If atheism is true, we're just overgrown germs anyway.
Low life, you said this in the video. I just looked it up. It's got 1.8 thousand views.
Must be a heavy hitter.
And
it's a lot of souls.
It says,
the truth hurts.
The title of it, just so you know, the title of it is Christian capitals confused by God's morality. This is the one where I talked circles around you and you didn't understand what was going on because I was way off your script.
These same circles, yeah, I guess so.
Well, this is a different conversation, which you've actually been a little bit more coherent, even though your worldview isn't, than in the one that we did, because you don't understand what happens when somebody takes your position.
It probably wasn't.
But check it out; it's a fun
What's
video.
it called
Maybe
again?
rewatching it will help you. It's called Christian Confused
Yeah, what is it
by
called?
God's Morality.
All right, so if you guys go to Joel's YouTube page, you can find it's in his link in bio, Christian Confused in caps, and that'll probably that's probably enough to help you find it, and you can see a little more
under
low
the
life.
play-
But I want to.
It's under the playlist live.
Okay,
debates.
I want to just tap into this thing a little more, low life. About you said that babies getting cancer is evil, but you
No.
also were saying that death is justified, right? Like they deserve it. So which is
Yeah,
God
absolutely.
using evil to to justify judgment? Like that's kind of weird, isn't it?
No, I'm saying we all agree that childhood cancer is evil. But on atheism here, and if atheism is true, there's no way to justify its evil because we're just overgrown germs anyway. What does it matter? We're just going to
I don't think it's evil.
So there's no ultimate meaning to anything in your point of view.
I think
on my
it's
Christian
tragic,
point of
but I
view-
don't
my
think it's
Christian point of view,
evil.
When I see little babies,
Sorry, low life. Can I
with
respond to
cancer-
that, please?
But that's how you view it as an atheist. that
I'll
we're just
tell you how I
overgrown
view
germs.
it. Like, don't tell me what
There's
I
no
believe. I'll
ultimate
tell you what I
meaning to
believe.
anything. We're just on a spinning rock.
Are you going to
So
tell me what I
does it
think, or do
matter
you want
about
me to
cancer-
tell you what I
cancer
think,
kids?
low life?
That's how I see you view it.
You
I'm
think
sorry.
babies deserve cancer? That's what
how
you
I
just
see
said?
you view it. Yes, on atheism, you're an atheist.
Okay, so do you want me to
There's no way
explain to you?
justify evil because we're just overgrown germs anyway.
All right, you're kind of crashing out. Just take a little bit of a break, okay? I'm going to let you talk again, but you're spiraling right now. Okay? We're talking about some specific things. I can absolutely tell you what I think about when babies get cancer. I think it's tragic. It's heartbreaking. I think it's unfortunate. I don't think it's evil because no one gave them cancer, in my view. If someone was if a doctor, a baby was born, a doctor injected cancer cells into them, I don't even know if that would work. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means. But if they could do that and they did that on purpose, that would be evil. I would say that dude was evil. To do that on purpose, that's really, really, really bad. With intent, that's bad. That's when I would use the word evil. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about someone just naturally getting cancer and a baby dying from it. Low life, do you think that if a baby naturally gets cancer and dies from it, that it's justified, that they deserved that death that they got from God? You'll have to unmute. We're muting your crash out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not crashing out. I'm just really passionate about these topics and these
You were
things.
pashing out.
Yeah, I mean, these are real world topics, and it just brings another side of me out. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
But no, it's evil. It's pure evil. I don't see how you wouldn't think cancer is cancerous. And it's really hard to see it.
But then
and
if
your
it's
point of-
pure evil, God kind of created that. He set all the parameters by which cancer would at least be emergent from his creation at whatever point, right? So he has caused in unfathomable evil.
Which would kind of bring us back to the question, why is God so bad?
I mean, clearly, the sick cruelty of the world that you keep seeing all around you should cause you a desire, somebody that's going to set it right for you. Because clearly, humans ain't doing nothing about it.
No, but we got to look at who, in your worldview, who's doing that, though, right? Because
My God is.
why is God
He's
causing
doing
so
the
much
evil cancer.
No, my God is doing. My God is putting justice where it needs to be.
Justice. Cancer is justice.
I see where you're going with the cancer thing, and I hear you. Cancer is evil.
Okay.
We can all agree childhood cancer is
So
bad.
God does an evil. He makes babies that have cancer. He gives them cancer. That's evil.
They
Where's
deserve
the
it.
justice?
They deserve it. So it's just. They deserve it. So it's an evil type of justice that he's.
Low life. You can't be saying that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't live in a utopia. You can't have good without evil. You can't
Well,
have
you
sunshine
have an
without
evil
shadows.
God. Then you have an evil God. If an evil God is causing, giving someone an evil cancer, and then you're going to say that that's his version of justice. That's an evil God. That's a piece of shit. Like, we don't have to accept that.
Or he's just bad. Like, that's fine. Like, if God does justice, just like the judge when we were like humans, and it was like you stole a candy bar and the judge gives you the death penalty. We were like, that's bad. But then you were like, for God, it's fine. But now you're saying it is evil. Like that the justice that God doles out or dishes out. Do you dole out justice? What do you do?
Work.
Both work.
I love doling. Yeah.
Okay, he doles out like this pineapple justice, and part of it is evil. Like, it's evil that he gives babies cancer, but they do deserve it because they're born into sin.
I really don't get you atheists, because you're like, if there's so much evil in the world, why doesn't God end it all? He did in the Old Testament multiple times, but y'all don't agree with the way he did it. And let's just take the flood, for example.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, well, God killed the babies. God wiped out the world.
I don't think we say that, though, Lola. If you keep on, like, what they call straw
Yeah, I
man
said let's take the flood, for example.
atheists. But hold on, Lola, before you say something that is not responding to anything anyone has said. Like, we've never said, I don't think I've ever said, and I'm pretty sure Mezzo hasn't, boy, God should just end all of this. Like, that's never the solution. God is all powerful, so he can just, like, stop
I'll take that
the
stance.
bad stuff. You're going to take the stance of, like, end everything?
Just end the world and put everyone in heaven.
All right, yeah, well, he didn't do that in the flood either then. So there's no...
Wait, the
he's
people
never done
in the
that.
flood, they don't go to heaven?
Well, he didn't end the whole entire thing, and eight people remained. So he continued the problem.
But did the two, like, let's say there was 2 million people or so, did they all go to heaven or did they go to hell?
They got judged by the judge.
A lot of them are Nephilim, so they would have gone probably to hell, yeah.
Okay, well, that sucks. Yeah, I don't agree with that, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I think that's what we're
nothing
saying,
wrong
Will.
with
Like, we're seeing what the story is. The story is that God judges people using these tactics.
Okay, but you just
and
said
we're
you
saying
didn't
we
like
don't
it.
think that it's good. It seems bad. Why is
Yeah,
he?
but you're saying you didn't like it. Oh, why God wiped out the world? He wiped out the world because the world was very sinful. So he caused the flood. And here again, we have another statement in question. People saying, why doesn't God stop all evil? Well, if he does stop all evil, I can guarantee he'll start with you. Do you want to leave?
That's
Yes
such
or
a
no?
Frank Turek. That's such a Frank Turek line. I love that.
And
I love
it's a
that.
serious question because God has stopped
Low
all
life.
evil
Do
in
it.
the
Start
Old
with
life.
me,
And
God.
everyone disagrees with the way he does it.
Let me say
It's
this.
not up to you to say
Well,
what God
hold
is
on,
doing
hold on,
is
hold on.
right or wrong.
Let's see that happen. Like, God can start with me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's a horrible.
Take the
horrible
evil out of
statement.
my
You don't
heart,
want-
sure.
You don't want to spit that out. into
Low
the
life,
universe.
listen, if God needs to start with me, someone who maybe masturbates a little bit too frequently,
Yo.
Or the jar thing.
or
You do the jar thing.
I
Yo.
do the jar thing, looking at some probably sinful pictures or something. If God has to start with me because I don't want to get up on a Sunday, instead of starting with people that are constantly molesting children, then by all means, if it's going to stop the molesting of children, fucking kill me now, God. I'm ready to go. And you should be ready too if you have any sort of empathy or humanity.
Well, are you free from sin? Are you sinless?
No, he just said
yeah.
he masturbates with a jar on his ass. Like, we
So
all
then you
do
deserve,
things.
You deserve death. You
Yeah, so
absolutely deserve
that's
it.
the part that I disagree with. Like,
This is the same thing with the candy bar.
so wait,
Nothing's
is
changed.
doing an
Same
evil
story.
thing like deserving of death?
Yeah, doing
Okay.
evil things
Okay.
deserve to
Is
be put
judging
down.
people unfairly bad? Is that an evil thing to do? Like when the judge gives someone the death penalty for the candy bar? Or not even death, but if the judge says you get solitary confinement for life because you
Somebody
stole one
needs to
candy
do
bar.
it, doesn't somebody needs to do it, right?
Somebody needs
No.
to do that. Yeah. So like if the judge says, I don't know what that means. If the judge says you stole a candy bar, you get whipped in the back plus a solitary confinement for life. Do you think that's a good judge, or did that judge do an evil thing?
But it's a beautiful judge. Where would you get your sense of right and wrong if there was no God? Where would you get your sense of right and wrong?
People are saying
obviously
never
the judge
existed.
is good looking. Like for sure, it's a hot, beautiful judge. It's just they did an evil thing. It's too harsh of a punishment, right? So that's what we're saying is like the bad thing that they did. So if God did some unfair judgments, like giving babies cancer that don't deserve it because doing literally no sins when you're a baby, just being born into it without being asked to, isn't enough to deserve the death penalty, but he gives it to them in a super painful way, then he did a bad thing, which means God deserves death in your view. Shut up, dude. A beautiful judge. Like, get out of here. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Troll, seriously? Like, people were saying you're a troll in the comments earlier.
Oh, people love me. People love me.
Are you a troll though? Like, are you joking? Like, are you
all
a real
these names,
Christian?
all these derogatory names?
Are you a
hardens
real
my heart.
Christian? Or are you joking?
It
Like,
hardens my heart.
That might be it. Are you a real Christian or is this a joke?
It heartens my heart. I love the derogatory. I love the.
are you a real Christian
first.
or are you joking?
I'm calling you
though?
a
Like,
Christian.
it's
Is
a question.
Christian derogatory? Are you
I'm
a
not.
Christian?
I'm not joking at all. I think being called a troll is very derogatory, especially if you look up what a troll is.
So we're just asking if you actually believe in this stuff, because sometimes people come up and pretend to be Christian.
Sorry, hardcore. That's why you
I think
don't like me.
I think in your video on your profile there you're fucking someone.
Yeah, that's my wife.
I want to see that.
Like,
How old are you?
23. How old are you?
42.
Are you married?
Yeah.
Huh. Good for you. Congrats.
Are you?
Are you a joker?
No. You want me to get her?
What?
Nothing. It's fine.
I'd
like to leave my personal life out of it, especially knowing the internet's looking for me.
Do you want me to get her? What do you think that meant, Joel?
To go get her. She's in the other room.
Oh, you were saying you have a wife. Okay, yeah, okay. No, yeah, you don't have to get her at all.
I love these comments.
This guy's username is Fave Fuck Up, and in his Instagram he's
check out my Instagram.
He's smoking marijuana the whole time. So this is a very liberal Christian, I guess.
Well, he deserves death
Right-wing.
matter what, so you might as well go nuts. Really, if it's like no matter, like even for just like the sin of being a baby that you deserve death, then you might as well just go on a spree, right? You might as well just go do whatever.
Yeah. Funny enough, my dad's a Christian. My
Who
dad
just took my picture.
Sorry.
By the way, that is funny, Lowlife, that your dad's a Christian. Can you quote your favorite verse?
John 3:16. For God so loved the world, for he gave his only begotten Son, for whoever believed in him shall not perish, but
Seriously?
have everlasting life. Hey, on the top of my head,
On top of your head,
I should get a
main
trophy.
verse?
How does that end?
Something like that.
Oh shit! It's the top of the hour.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right,
I love you
folks.
guys.
We are
I hope
here
you guys.
with the
I love you
troll,
guys.
but it is
I love
the
you guys
top
so
of the
much.
1 second,
hour.
low life.
It's 12.
And I really want you guys to find
Hold on.
It's 12:32 p.m. on That's right, Atheist Sunday School. We got BBDs happening with Mezzo hosting, JRB hanging out in the sidecar, and we've got Lowlife, the troll, in the hot seat. That's right, Atheist Sunday School, 12:33. It's the top of the hour. Take it away, man.
Welcome back, everybody, to Atheist Sunday School Bad Bible Debates. Our last guest left to go troll his wife. Look, if that guy's serious and real, what a pathetic worldview. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I think he's a troll, but yet his views aren't like unchristian. Like, you know, like I don't think I think he's getting it. Like I think he's doing what Christians kind of do. So it's like you're almost talking to a Christian even if he's not.
I think he's real. I think he's a real Christian. I think he's just like is restating some of the apologetics he's heard, and not much of a Bible reader, right? Like I feel like we could have made up Bible verses and he would have believed that they were real,
Mm-hmm.
Which I did. That entire story was made up. I mean, it's made, like, I didn't make it up, but it's
They
made
made
up.
it up.
Yeah,
They put it
made
in the
up.
book twice.
That's a funny joke. Like, you read a verse and then you go, I'm just kidding. That's just a made up verse. And then they think like, oh, you made that up. I was like, no, they made it up and they put it in the book. It really is.
Yeah.
And like you twist it back on them. Oh man, I got to do that next time. That's
Write
really
that
funny.
down. Write that one down. Yeah.
I probably will forget to. Probably forget to write that
We
down.
do
All right,
so many jokes.
Too many jokes, guys.
It's like we do so many jokes. Like, how do you remember them all? And we're always doing a new one. So
too many new jokes. And we should probably have we have a quota, like there's a minimum, but we should probably add in a maximum of like, okay, we did our 30 jokes today, Joel.
We've been joking too much. Hey, we're 35. We got that. You've been joking too much today.
Are we at 35 today?
I haven't been counting today, but I'm just saying.
Well, let me check the.
Do you have a tally?
Yeah, I have a thing that keeps track over here.
The
Joke
AI.
Tally app. You don't use the Joke Tally app?
No, I just trust that I've hit them, and I don't worry about going over because people usually enjoy that. So I'm just like, you know what? Who set that arbitrary, 35 jokes?
I think you just did. You were
30 jokes.
Yeah, I'm at 33 today, so it's actually really close. We'll try and get 2 more jokes in, and then maybe like cool it down.
Call it a day.
You know what?
Yeah.
It just went up to 34. I think this was one. It counted this.
Oh, just like this,
The fake
like
app.
back and forth. Yeah.
Not a great. It kind of it mentions it here. It says average. Like it tells you.
Counts like not all the jokes. You could do 15 like super funny jokes, above average jokes, and that is going to equal probably around like 30. So like you can actually do less is more in some ways.
That's premium cost on that app. This one just like it gives you the ranking, but it just counts one joke as one joke, whether it's good or bad. You have to pay like $30 a month or something to have it like differentiate,
like a dollar per joke per month.
Yeah, and then it's also kind of more confusing though, because it's like you'll do a joke and then it'll be like that was 1.7 jokes. What? Like what does that even mean? It's kind of like more...
I like it. I like that detail. Okay. Like I like when I like if I'm looking at my stats, like and I don't really use this stuff because again, like I have a pretty good like personal feel for this stuff. I use my Jokedar. But like, if I'm going to use an app like that, I want it to be specific because I want it to sort of get as close to my own algorithm as possible. And I'm really specific internally.
What is so specific about you?
Well, what happens is like, I will calculate things down to like the milladot. Like, you know how like you go one dot and then a bunch
metric?
Yeah, that's a metric system.
We just call it the king's dot. Over here.
Sorry.
35.
Oh, there you go. King's dot.
Got it.
So then can we end the live or do we have
I guess, if there's not another guest coming up, but, tell me about what you're doing today.
Is Lazarus a Christian? Like this guy has been yapping in I don't know if he's a Christian or just another guy. I'm not doing much today. Probably clearing my throat for a while.
Oh, that's fine. What's going on with you? Do you have like an allergy?
No, it's just like laying around. I got to drink more water.
I was thinking about allergies in regards to the problem of suffering a little bit, or like, the result of the fall, because allergies are actually like, they're a result of our immune system working too well. Like it's the guy left. He did not like that argument.
He's like, this guy's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so like your immune system overreacts to pollen or something when you're young, and it learns that it like should do a lot when pollen comes up. And so when you get pollen, your immune system is like, get it, and it like does too much, so you're sneezing and snotting and kind of like your body produces the histamines. It produces too many histamines, which make you do all that stuff, which is why you have to take antihistamines. It like slows down the production of that like
histamine.
what is it, a chemical? I guess it's a hormone. I don't know.
I think it's like a body product, like a body
work.
thing making.
It's a naturally occurring chemical compound.
Compound.
Right. So it's good. Histamines are good. Like you want some and sorry for people who are like histamines, like whatever you want to go by is fine. I don't want to,
Like I'm pro histamine, but like so if I have too much of it, too much of a good thing, now I need antihistamines.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So you
we're
you
talking
take
about
the medicine and they
like,
protest, or they anti-test.
Yeah. And so when we talk about the problem suffering, we're going, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, body?
Like as a result of the fall, our immune systems started working too well. You know what I mean? Like, how? Like, is that what it's going to be? Now we have overreacted.
Yeah, sounds like something like that.
It's interesting. Because it's not the same thing. Because I was looking it up because I was trying to be like, I was looking up some other like just biological things, and I was like, what does an allergy look like? And I couldn't I didn't even know what it was really. What are allergies that are happening? And I learned this. I was like, oh, it's an overreaction. So it's not anything to see. Although like maybe a histamine is something. Is there a histamine like microscope view? What do those actually look like? Oh, they're gross. Ugh. Microscope stuff is so nasty. We're just like covered in frickin' juicy sacks all over us. Our whole body is just juice sacks. Ugh.
Just make sure you put a real separation between juice and sacks.
I'll do like juice sack under microscope.
Yeah, it keeps on sounding like you're saying Jew sack.
Juice sack.
Yeah, make sure you really hit the juice.
Yeah, this is still gross though. There's a lot of pictures of different sacks on the internet though.
And also saxophones.
Oh. That was more of a more of a team of like horns. I don't think there's a sax in there.
Is Kenny G Jewish, do you think?
I don't know. Why do you ask? You think the G?
That would be a Jew sack that I could get behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jew sacks, sorry.
Yeah. I totally forgot that was it. It went down to 33.
Oh shit.
That's weird.
That's how that works.
Oh shit. I've never seen that.
Oh shit.
I got reducted.
That was a good joke. That algorithm's wrong. That algorithm, that's not right.
It's mentioning just that like Kenny G is an outdated person to reference and jokes. You have to find more modern. It says you have to find a more modern saxophonist. I don't like. It's not my
saxophonist is how you pronounce it.
Saxophonist.
A modern Jewish saxophonist. Who could that be?
I'll just look it up here. Modern. Oh wait, hold on. Who is modern Jewish saxophonist? This has Kenny G. Yeah, you're right on. Dave Cause.
Yeah, no one's gonna know that. Like Kenny G is a household name.
Gilad Atzman. Try it again with Gilead Atzman.
Okay. Is Gilead? Oh, I just asked if Kenny G was Jewish, so that we know. So, well, Gilead Atzman. That's a
I don't know who that is.
Well, that's a Jew sax. He plays sax. He's a saxophonist that's Jewish.
Never heard of him.
Fuck! See, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know why you picked that guy, Joel. That joke totally fell apart. He is Kenny G is Jewish, by the way. I looked it up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's from Seattle. I didn't know that. I used to live in Seattle. I was telling my wife this recently because apparently I never told my wife I worked at Blockbuster. She was like, "What do you mean you worked at Blockbuster?" I was like, "I thought I told you." I spent like, it was like 2 months total that I worked at Blockbuster. And I might have told this story on the air before, but I worked at the Seattle Blockbuster back when they were doing the transition from VHS to DVD. And so we were trying to sell VHSs because we had all these tapes and you have to like just sell them to get rid of them. So we do these sales. And if you don't sell them, the law is that you can't give them away. You have to destroy them, because they were worried that, like, I guess employees would like, oh, these aren't selling, and then just give them to their friends or something like that. And or what, like, I don't know, whatever
So
reason.
the law is, you mean Blockbuster rules?
No, there's like, it's like a motion picture association law. Like you have to destroy, like it's part of the deal from Blockbuster, like from above Blockbuster. So like it might be in God's law.
Okay, so this is Torah.
Like it's Torah. Right. And so you have to just like destroy them. And literally, how do you destroy a VHS tape? With a hammer. And so I had a job for a little while, like for a week, where this everything crossed paths perfectly, where I was the greeter at Blockbuster. And so I had the desk here and I had a just cardboard box full of VHS, and I would take a VHS out and say, "Hi, welcome to Blockbuster." Hi, welcome to Blockbuster. And I looked like a disgruntled maniac who just like was so mad at their job that I was hammering the tapes away. It was so fun. And they would just come in like, ugh! And everyone had to explain it. It was really just great. Just a great.
That's hilarious.
32. What? It's a true story.
You can't take anecdotes and say, well, that's not a joke. So
I mean,
it's not a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Story.
It was a story, but like they don't think it was funny or something like that.
Yeah,
Blockbuster is
what
not relevant anymore. People don't know what it is. Like, I know, but like,
I got to tell you, if they're doing this for just like stories, then they probably took off a pile of jokes just for our debates. We've probably done like 80 jokes in this live.
No, it says that our debates are like a joke.
We actually got some points on those.
Yeah, it's like your debate style is a joke. It says. I'm just scrolling up here.
Not bad. Okay, that's good. As long as we're getting the jokes in.
Yeah. Okay. You guys know what Blockbuster is. You know who Kenny G is. You're all old fucks. Like, just come on. You know what these things are, app. All right. And by the way, if there's any Christians in the guest box, sorry we didn't bring up. There's like 14 people in the guest box, and I should have brought them up. They all just left. Should have done it instead of those.
Why did we have a chat time?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, there's for people that are sitting there gagging for some more debates, we do have Bad Bible Debates posting tomorrow.
Oh, it's the balls episode, Joel. Did you listen to it? Brigitte sent me the clip, and it's like it's literally all about balls.
I just got I know it's been posted, and I know I just didn't get. They don't give me a listen because I've been like sending too many notes. Right, yeah. So they'll send me the thing, and then it's like the night before, and I just have like so many notes, and they go, we're not changing anything, and I go, so I send like a few more emails, and then they're like, stop sending emails. I'm like, yes, it's but
not good.
It's just not good. You're not doing a good job with it, and so it's like, fix these things or I'm out, and they just never do. But so they've stopped sending it to me, so now I just listen to it when it goes live.
There's just times that like while we're recording, we're like talking to the engineer or something, and they put that in like I used to, when it was just me editing, I would like, we're gonna cut that out, obviously, like we're not gonna like leave this part, like this thing where we're like, oh, we got here at the wrong time or something. Like I would cut all that stuff out, but they leave like everything in. So I feel the same way, but I have been like, I haven't sent any notes. I'm kind of like, I don't know, like maybe I'm not scared to send a note, but I feel just cautious doing it because I don't want to lose the gig.
Well, that's why they still send it to you. Can you like forward it to me or anything like that?
Let me see. It might have a password.
Because like I know that I'll send them an email, because if you can send it to me and then I'll listen to it, then I'll like try to give them all the ideas. And if you want to like tell me what your complaints were, I'll put them in my email, and then we can get those things out there.
But don't you think that they would then stop sending them to me?
Oh yeah, because they'll know how it came to me, I guess. I don't want to oat you as the guy that sent me the episode, but I guess there's no other way.
What if I send it to like some other friend, or like to my mom, And then like
Right.
my mom sends it to your mom. Obviously we have to like make our moms meet. Like we just have our moms become friends or something. They'd probably be friends, right?
Yeah, my mom will befriend anyone,
Yeah, I think
and
mine would
they're
too.
both believers. So
She
they'll
would like
preach at each
complain
other.
about your mom to me later. She would like call me and be like, Joel's mother said this on the phone. But she would like in person, she'd be like, hi, you know.
Yeah. So then your mom will give my mom the episode. By the way, this is just like the story.
What?
We don't have to do it. We don't have to actually play this out. We can just like say when they go, "Hey, how did this get out there?"
Right.
We
Well,
can
it's
just
nice
go,
to have the paper trail, you know.
Okay, so the receipts. So if you send it to your mom, she sends it to my mom, and then I will listen to it. You'll send me your complaints, and then I'll type that up and send it out to the guys.
We'll send it to your mom, and then she'll send it to my mom, and then my mom will send it directly to them, so that I'm still like I get removed, and they're like,
No, we don't want that because they'll go like, oh, he's given it to his mom, and now his mom's become the next Joel. So let's get my mom to send it.
what if we have it where you send it to the notes to your mom, she gives it to your dad, and then your dad gives it to my dad,
removed.
right? Like it's another removal, and my dad could like send it to like, you know, like anyone. Like he could send it to like the chief Kenny G, and then Kenny G can send it, and they'll be like, well, they wouldn't be able to piece all that. There's too many steps.
Yeah.
How could we like?
How did you get this episode? It's not even out yet.
How did Kenny G get it? It's like the 7 things of Kevin Bacon. It's just they're all really close, and then the last one is Kenny G. Maybe he sends it to Kevin Bacon.
Oh, that was smart.
That's really smart because then Kevin Bacon gets it, and they're like, this could be from anyone. Kevin Bacon knows everybody.
He's connected to everybody.
He's connected to everybody.
Yeah.
So then they just do it, you know?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's do that.
I also, I'd almost rather not get my dad involved. Yeah, that's like, he might not want
Yeah, let's skip him, go right to Kevy. And then, and I always like to say he's P-meal bacon. Kevin P-meal bacon, because I think of him as Canadian bacon. And
wait, as what bacon? Pinot?
P-meal.
What's pineal bacon?
Pineal gland bacon is like, you know, pea-meal, that like, little pea-meal. It's like small.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like in the slightest penis.
Pea-meal? No, P-E-A-M-E-A-L. Pea-meal. So it's just this little. Yeah, it's just this little stuff things, and they roll the bacon in it, and
that's what we call bacon. Canadian bacon.
Kind of, but you guys don't do it the right way. It's back bacon. That's another way of saying it, but it's a little more hammy. It tastes like more like ham.
Back bacon sounds like a sex move. So it's like, yeah, gave him the back bacon.
I was porking her from behind, gave her the back bacon.
Yeah, that one sounds like a for sure something. Oh, I caught my parents' back bacon, you know.
So P-meal bacon is Canadian bacon, and it's really, really great.
I've never heard of it. I find that really like interesting.
Yeah, the other way we call it is P-meal bacon.
Z Clippy, how old are you, and what's your religion?
Yeah, I'm 18, and I'm a non-practicing Jew.
Okay. So do you believe in like God?
How are you ever going to get good at it if you don't practice?
I got to 33. It went back to 33.
33. Perfect. We got it.
Okay.
That's
Z
a good
Clippy, what's your deal? Like, why are you up here?
I'm up here today because I am a believer in God. However, I'm not a believer in organized religion. Okay. I believe that it is not sustainable and it's not smart to follow people from over 3,000 years ago and believe that they have the true word of God. And I believe organized religion actually hurts God's claim and God's will because it is so insane and it is so unpractical to believe in organized religion where people group that with believing in God. So I'm a non-practicing.
What is God's claim and God's will?
Well, hold on. Before we do that, just like what's your birthday?
My birthday, 2006, March 21st.
Okay, just making sure. And what's God's will's claim or whatever Joel asked?
I believe that's God's will is to create humans in his image and to create the world. I mean, I used God's will kind of openly. I didn't really have like a specific thing I meant by saying that. It was more like a, for a lack of a better term, type.
But what you're kind of saying is that like organized religion distorts God's will and God's claim. That's kind of what you said. So that means that you have an understanding of what his will and claim is, so that you know that organized religion is distorting it. Yeah, you kind of have to like have a place of knowledge.
I understand the question. So it's interesting, actually. As a non-practicing Jew, I actually believe that God does not have a specific will or claim. I think organized religion has it wrong because it dumbs down God to a mode of almost humanity and almost personification.
By saying he has a will at all, they're getting it wrong because he has no.
Right. He has no practical will.
So tell me more about the God, because you believe in a God I've never heard of. What are they like?
I mean, they is an interesting term for it, but
what is it like?
Yeah, I would say God for me is God is conscience, is our conscience is where God is, and I think God is just the creator of the universe. Everything else would kind of be subscribing myself to a God of the gap sort of belief, where that's where like organized religion kind of fills that mode.
Yeah, you don't want to fall into God of the gap, so you just say that he's consciousness and before the universe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So can I give you my reasons why I believe in God then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it actually is interesting in our society, especially today, we subscribe religion with faith. And I don't really like that, especially as a God believer, because I think people hear faith today and they think is some abstract abnormality. And they think that faith means that you're believing in something that's non-practical, non-scientific. However, I believe that God and God creating of the universe is the only practical and scientific explanation for the creation of what we know today as the
I don't know
universe.
how it's scientific, like there's no like hypothesis that's been tested or something like that. It's just like you're kind of like getting there about it.
I'm saying that God.
But hold on a second. Like, you did get your age wrong.
No, I didn't. I'm 2006. I'm 18 years old.
That'd make you 19 though. If it was March 2006, you'd be 19 now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But should we count it?
I mean,
yeah, shall we?
Sure. So March 2006, and then it'd be March 2007.
7.
Right?
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25. Tell me to stop. 26, 27.
We're in 25.
29, 30.
We're in 25, so you should have stopped at 19.
I don't have enough fingers.
I don't either. I think we're just good with the conversation, though.
Yeah, the thing is that you got your age wrong, so it makes me like a little bit suspicious about how old you really are. And I also just got my account back, and so I'm a little cautious with following the rules. To be honest, I'd rather speak to someone a little older anyways who actually like believes in a God that makes sense. But I did like the thing of like, I don't want to do God of the gaps. So I'm just going to put God in consciousness and in before the universe. Just the two biggest gapes.
The two gapes that we know of.
The two largest, biggest gapes there are. Joel and Mezzo. Bambi, are you up here on purpose?
I'm driving right now. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to come up here.
Oh, that's okay. Here, be careful, okay?
Will do.
Like, where are people going?
Yeah, where is there? It's so hot today, too, probably everywhere in the world. So it's like, stay in.
Where are you going? Go, yeah. Like you're going to work on a Sunday? You have groceries to get or like errands to run?
Yeah, like get over it.
Going on to the park?
Spending time with people outside.
Where do people go? You know?
I never know.
I guess like the bank. Well, the bank's probably closed.
Mm.
Let me Google where
do people go?
I don't want to be like informed, so I like to do research. It says people go to many different places depending on their needs and goals. That's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting for sure. And it really is like detailed description of where people go, which I like. It really takes away the
there's a
mystery.
list. I mean, it says, work, school, shopping centers, and places to visit. You can't just say they go to places. Where are people going? Places. That's where they were.
Yeah.
You were already at places. Yeah, this is.
Are you reading that from the Bible? It seems like it's like that good. Like
no, this. Let me check where it's an AI, but let me click the little source button. Bible says Bible. Yeah.
Bible. Fuck. It's everywhere.
It permeates society.
Yeah, this is why we have to stop this religion, folks. It's going to say places.
A little bit like appalled at the number of guests we've had. You know, these Sunday mornings have been getting quieter and quieter. A lot of people showing up.
We love that. Thanks for being here.
But I wish they would all leave and the Christians would come.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the secret. Hey, can you guys all leave for just like everybody leave, go to a different live and come back in like 3 minutes? Right? Just
I don't think it would take that long for a Christian to come just because they don't come that often.
No.
So
I want the atheists to go. I'm saying all the atheists leave.
Yeah, and then the Christians will get really hard and they'll come because they'll be like, oh, fuck, the atheists are gone. But that'll take like 45 seconds.
But then they need a little time to clean up and then hit join on the live and come up. And then,
yeah, but we don't need 3 minutes.
Yeah. And then 2.5 minutes. Because clean up, because I'm assuming it's going to be like a bulky, like.
It's going to be ropey. Yeah. Like it's going to be a big, heavy load.
Substantial.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so just everyone the numbers literally just like should go down to 0, and then back up in about 2.5 minutes, just like one cleanup time, and then we'll see if any Christians pop up from that.
Once they're satisfied with their spewing, then they can come in and spew some of their doctrine.
I don't know why I'm seeing people chatting. You shouldn't be here. Like go somewhere. I don't know how to like. People just don't fucking listen.
Well, I can try to block them all, and then once I block you, if you can.
Okay, now someone blocked Joel.
Well, they can't block me.
Okay, here we go. It's starting to work. Oh, this is that same kid.
You're a child.
Yeah, almost worked. Tricked me for a second there. Maybe it was someone else that had the same username. That's possible. And picture.
Could be.
Do you think he really looks like a blank gray guy?
I want to put it past.
See, now he's saying he's 19. That's what we were saying it would be, but you said 18 at first, so that's why we said you were lying about your age. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lie, Clippy. You got to figure it out first, and then do the math, and then come up and lie about it.
Yeah. Let me just block him here. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, hey. If that was it, I would say it was a successful live. I'll be honest with you. I think there was some really good stuff in here. A couple of clips for Bad Bible Debates. A couple of nonsense. A couple moments of nonsense. We should have a bit called, and now it's time for Moments of Nonsense. You know how they used to have Moment of Zen on The Daily Show?
Sometimes you don't know that you're in that moment. You know what I mean? So, I think we could use it for our Bad Bible Debates podcast, right? Because
if I just had a background, so while they were talking, I could just switch it to Moments of Nonsense, and it just had this moment of nonsense is sponsored by, and we have a sponsor. That would actually be really fun.
Yeah, it's like you'd never take it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a slippery slope fallacy because
you should do when you do a Monday live, you should do that because it's Moment of Nonsense is MON. This is Moments of Nonsense Mondays, and then it's a perfect acronym. Got a case of the Mondays, Moments of Nonsense days. We got to find out. What
and you just bring Christians up, and they just do. Every single one of them just does any of them. They all do the same thing, which is it's just fucking nonsense.
You just show the thing, yeah.
Yeah, you just go. All right, there's your moment of nonsense, buddy. 15 minutes of nonsense. Actually, we can't leave them up. 15 seconds of fame. You're out. Such
15 seconds of
nonsense.
nonsense. And that's basically when I hold up the timer, it's basically that's what that is. All right, let's do a moment of nonsense and just give them like a minute to rant out. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I might wrap it up then. It's about 10 o'clock my time. I'll play a song for a little while, and if anyone shows up, we'll bring it back on. But if not, we'll raid on out of here. Let me see who's on. And
my friend Jaron's on. I heard
Jaron's on. Well, people were all just out, so you guys know who's on. I see Jaron. I see Charmy, who I don't know them that well. They're on.
Xena May on as well? Is that Xena's? Or
I have a hard time with like
who's with you? No, maybe not.
When I push, like I have this button that's supposed to show me who's on right now, and it then I leave and it's like a bunch of different other people are on. So I don't know why it doesn't like actually. Oh, here we go. Suggested live. No, these are people I don't know.
Suggestive lives. That's our lives. Our lives are always suggestive.
Did you see those tits I drew earlier?
Actually, they're not suggestive. They're on the nose. There's no innuendo
it's a
here.
Single
folks.
entendre. It's tits.
It's all jars on butts and tits and cum. It's
we
like
should
that's
be more subtle. We should be more
live.
subtle.
I think we run the gambit. We will sometimes be a little bit like last night when we were doing God of the Gapes. Like we're not.
Well, I'll tell you this for
not
people
right on the
listening. There's a
nose.
little bit of a secret between me and Joel. Like if you ever hear us and we're not like blatantly talking about tits and cum and stuff, it's secretly
We're
so like
talking
you
about
like put it
tits and
try to
cum
put
and
it
stuff,
together.
yeah.
Like take a moment and go, well, are they? Is that? And you'll find it. Like if you just go, oh
yeah.
just put your put your mind in the gutter. Dip it.
Yeah, just go. I'm sure. I think he pronounced it
Let me just put my head in the gutter.
contingency. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing.
You'll find it because it usually is.
Yeah.
That's when we get. Sometimes you got to get blatant. You got to get like forthright with your like jizz jokes and stuff like that. But most of the time, it's a little bit sneaky. Mm-hmm. In fact, the way we just said like put your head in the gutter, I was talking about the head of your dick.
Oh yeah,
you
and
had
the gutter
no
is a
idea. So
pussy.
like you were thinking like, oh, you mean like the metaphor? No, I'm talking about put your dick in a pussy. You missed it.
Mm-hmm. Gutter. I don't even know her.
I do know her though. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to know, like, I mean, not all, you don't have to, but like you want to at least, have some sort of familiar. I like it. I like it. When
But I think you got to get to know each other, get the proper consent, then put on your mask and go to the orgy ball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or just your local alley. So that was I agree. It was fun live, guys. Link in the bio to our BBD's podcast landing tomorrow. We're talking all about balls.
That's blatant,
and
that one's blatant. Like
that's
it's God
blatant,
loves balls. Like it's a good episode. It's very like there's if you're having a hard time tracking the innuendo, you're gonna love this episode. It's right there.
They're as blatant as the balls between our legs.
I love that. And then when are you going live next?
I'm going to do Tuesday.
I got to think of an acronym for Tuesday. Totally under everyone's skin. You're going to get totally under everyone's skin.
Hey, this is a Christian getting totally under my skin.
I mean, like, it's not a perfect one, but pretty quick. Joe Suko, welcome in. How old are you?
What's up, my brother? Old enough.
What does that mean?
Above 30.
Oh, okay. I'll accept that. And are you a Christian?
No, that's a good question, man.
Thank you. Ask me first.
I'm a disciple. Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay.
Bad question.
Bad question.
It's called Atheist Sunday School. That's not a good question.
But the main question is like, why is God so rotten? Oh, he's rotten.
Why is God so bad?
Is that the main question?
Yeah. And the one, so there's the blue is the this is a little confusing. The blue is the title. The white is the question. And then the pink is just like some it's like the fine print. Come up, try to convert me, explain it to me. and then the warning that I might do some jokes.
I mean, there's no such thing as comparing. You have your own beliefs. I have my own beliefs. And
change.
Absolutely. As we learn, because we are human beings, we are seeking the truth. We want to know the truth. That is inner nature, to question everything.
I love that. Let's question everything. Let's question God. Why is God so bad?
I mean, it's not that he's bad, but I mean, why are you going to question your mother?
Yes.
Are you going to question your father?
Yes.
And
are you?
Of course.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I would. And I did.
You just said like naturally we question everything.
Yeah.
So now we're questioning God, and it's almost like the question is like this, like, why is God so bad?
All right. So give me one specific question, and let's see if I can answer it.
Oh, like one thing he does that's bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like, let's get biblical with it. Do you read the Bible?
I got the Bible in front of me, but
all right, let's find a thing in the Bible.
I also got 12 books that's not included in the Bible.
Okay. Thus says the Lord, human corpses shall fall like dung upon the open field, like sheaves behind the reaper, and no one shall gather them. Okay, so he's talking about like all these people that he's going to destroy. And so he's like just like murdering all these people or threatening them. That seems bad. I normally, if it was like in the news, it was like, this man was found threatening people and murdering them, I'd be like, that guy's bad.
So is that kind of like what Donald Trump is doing?
Yeah, I think Donald Trump is bad too.
No, but I'm saying that's basically you describe him, right?
No, I mean, I don't want to get like political in this lab. I think more like I'd be concerned with being like, why is God so bad?
Let's not think political, but let's think about while we are living real life. This is real life.
So, okay, then there's no God. We can ignore that because that's obviously like a made up make-believe thing. And so why are you, what else do we have to talk about?
I mean,
kind of makes the conversation over.
Yeah, it does.
In order for us to have this conversation, Joel and I have to like warp our reality. We have to like suddenly like pretend like any of this could possibly be true and come into your mind where you think like things in the Bible are true things, like donkeys talking and people walk on water and like magic sticks turn into snakes, stuff like that, right? So like we have to kind of like warp our sense of reality to join you in this conversation.
So witchcraft is real, right?
So are you asking me like actually Mezzo, does Mezzo really think this?
Like
witchcraft.
Yeah.
The God's one, God's craft. Is that the craft of which you are referring?
Of which you do refer?
What about astrology? Okay, let's talk about astrology.
Let's talk about astrology.
Numerology, right?
We talked about astrology for such a short time.
Yeah, like in numbers, it was not even one.
So can we actually read stars? Can we know the next move reading just the stars?
Can we know the next move reading just the stars? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I would say no.
No?
But I would also say I don't think I understand the question, so maybe I'm answering wrong. Like if I look out at the stars, which I love to do. When I do my shows at nighttime, I finish up in here, I go outside, I'll almost always look at the stars, take my dogs out and get a nice like stargaze in. It's pretentious. It is pretentious, but I love it. I just go out and I just like, I did good tonight. Good job, Mezzo. And the stars aren't saying that, it's me saying that to them.
No, but you feel good, right?
Yeah. But the stars don't tell me anything. They just look cool.
I mean, if you don't if you don't understand it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
numerology.
understand that. I fully understand that. I don't understand what you're saying. Is that what you mean?
What about numerology? You understand the numbers or no? Like,
Yeah, let's look at numbers. But that's a good place to get one of these examples from that we can find here. Numbers. Okay, Numbers chapter 15, verse 32. Okay. And it says, when the Israelites were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering sticks brought him to Moses, Aaron, and the whole congregation. They put him in custody because it was not clear what should be done to him. So they found a guy gathering sticks, and they were like, this is against the rules. Let's take him to God and see what to do. Right? Now, what would a good God say to do there?
I have no idea because I can't think like a God.
Think of one.
What do you think, Joel?
I think the good God would be like, what did he need? And they'd be like, oh, he needed a bunch of sticks for the fire. And he'd go, swing. And
free sticks for everybody.
Yeah, here's all the sticks you need at your fireplace, so you don't have to gather them. Just take
no
a break.
Splinters.
No splinters, no walking around, bending over, hurting your back. Just
go about your business.
Enjoy the fire, have a nice Sunday or Saturday, and swing, here are all the sticks you need.
Josu, does that sound like something a good God would do, is give a free gift to help somebody?
So you as an atheist, right?
Yep.
I love for you to read the book of Genesis, right?
I love you too, but I think what we're talking about right now is this story where somebody was picking up sticks, and then God gives him a bunch of sticks as a gift, and we're saying, is that a good thing for God to do?
I mean, God would not give any gifts.
Except for spiritual gifts, right? Depending on your doctrine.
That's where it gets corrupted, you know?
So he won't help anybody?
Unless you help yourself, I guess.
Well, he was gathering his own sticks. Like, he was doing it. So the good God was like, here's a bunch more sticks to help him.
Can you give me the verse again, please? I'm looking that up right now. Numbers what?
15:30 something.
This is when they mean business. They're like, all right, I'll look at it.
So
all right, figure out an apologetic.
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah. Well, and I just want to say though, like as you're looking, virology is like, Joel, I think you had a pretty nice, like, that would be a good God move. It's like, and God said, hey, let this man have his sticks, and here's some extra sticks for you. That would be like pretty cool. Almost like a really good God thing to do. But he didn't give him sticks, he gave him stones, which wasn't what he was asking for. Now I know they'll
both
say
will break your bones.
We're on the same line here. Both can break your bones, but I feel like stones are going to do better. Like, I feel like if you threw a stick at somebody, I don't know if it would break their bone. Is that true?
It depends how big the stick is and how hard you throw it. But a stone, like, you can throw. No, but I'm thinking like if you like heaved a log at somebody.
It's a log. It's not a stick. Like, it has to be. Yeah.
What constitutes a stick is what the question is, like, how big is a stick? Like, that's a more of a philosophical question. But I think you're right that like a rock, even a moderately sized rock, like a fist-sized rock, can break a bone.
Even like throwing a handful of pebbles will kind of hurt, but I don't think it'll break the bone. But a stone.
Can you just share the verse for me again?
Yeah, but here's what I want you to do first. I will share with you the verse, but first, to close your Bible, just hold your thumb in the numbers there, and I want you to first guess what the good God would do for picking up sticks. What would good God do? You guess, and then I'll share the verse with you. We'll see if you're right. It'll be fun.
Well, let me guess. My middle finger's up right now. So what does that mean?
What? Huh? Your middle finger's up? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you told me to.
Put your middle finger in or your pinky in the book so that you don't look at the book right now, and then listen to the question.
Yeah, you can flip me off. That's fine. We just want you to guess, like, what's the good God, like all good God going to do here, like in response to finding this man who's trying to collect these sticks. Just think of the goodest thing you can imagine. I bet it'll end up being better than you can imagine.
So what's the point of this?
We're talking about why the good God is bad.
So I came up to Numbers 32.
So what do you think he's going to... Are you going to like engage in this conversation?
Yeah, I am engaging.
Okay. So what do you think that the good God is going to do? That's the most good thing a God can do in response to finding this man who's picking up sticks.
If I know the verse you're talking about, referring to,
You're not going to get it right, but just take a guess and then we'll read it. Do you understand what we're trying to do?
Yeah.
Joel did a guess. Joel's guess was give him a whole bunch of sticks by the fire. Do you agree with Joel, or do you think you have a better thing?
I mean, yeah, this is not, I'm not agreeing. No.
Okay, what's even better than what Joel came up with? Because that was pretty good.
See, if I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, so the story is that a man has been found picking up sticks, and God tells them to do something. What's the best thing that God could tell them to do?
To light a fire,
just like turn your brain on. What was it? Fire? Make a fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, God could say he wants a fire at the fireplace. Boom. Light the fire. That is better than Joel's. Because Joel was like, Joel's was like, here's all these sticks, but you're going the next step and say, and I will light your fire and bring you warmth. Okay, let's see who got closer. We are in Numbers chapter 15, verse 34. They put him in custody because it was not clear what should be done to him. Then the Lord said, the man shall be put to death. Oh, hold on, let me check my glasses back on. That can't be right. The man shall be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him outside the camp. The whole congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. So a bit of a different take on it. The all-good God said, no, instead of giving him sticks or lighting his fire for warmth, let's kill him. Where'd Joel go? He got it wrong. It's okay to get it wrong. Like, his ways are higher than ours, Joel. You don't know. That was weird.
I'm listening.
No, just my best friend left because he guessed wrong. He's feeling bad.
Oh, shit.
He like got embarrassed by it or something, but just pretend it's him. It's okay. Hey, welcome in.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Just stopping back in. Having a good life?
Yeah, it's been really good. And just like, I know you weren't here just a minute ago, but like, imagine if God found someone picking up sticks. What do you think he would, just guess, what do you think he would tell them to do?
Well, I don't know what they need the sticks for, but let's say it was to like light a fire. I'd say like probably just like light them a fire and then give them like unlimited amounts of sticks for any other fires they might need in the future.
That's better.
Better than whose? Like everyone else's?
Yeah, it's better than anyone else that has suggested them. Although, God said to just kill him. We were just reading that. We read it.
Ooh, that sounds like the worst one. I think
Let's go to Moses, right?
Yeah, that's who they go to. So Moses says, God, we found this guy with sticks. What do we do? And then God says, kill him with stones. So they do. So did God give the best thing here? Did he offer the best choice? The gift of sticks, the gift of fire, the gift of unlimited sticks for future fires, or the gift of stoned to death? What's the
That
most
said,
good
give
gift?
up your child, kill your child, right? That's what he said, right?
What?
Huh? Well, you know what? I think what he's saying is like, what would be the worst case scenario? Would be to have to kill a child.
Yeah, if it was like you're guilty of picking up sticks, we're gonna kill your children,
Your family, kill you, kill your whole
That's
entire
true.
family.
It could have been
That would be
worse. That's a good
Yeah.
point. It could have been worse than like murdering him with stones. They could have like hurt a whole bunch of people. So he picked, I guess, like somewhere in the middle, but definitely on the like negative side of the spectrum, right, Josu? Is that what you're saying?
I guess, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
God. So God isn't all evil, but he's definitely like bad. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, we haven't changed our methods. I mean, changed because human beings. We haven't changed anything alike. Because if we really want to go deep down the rabbit hole, we talk about Didi right now because he's right now in his show right now. He's doing his thing right now.
I don't really want to get into your rabbit hole that much, though. Like, I'd rather, I don't know.
But
I know we're talking about sticks, and you want to like get the sticks into your rabbit hole. But
There's nothing hidden under the sun. There's nothing new.
Okay.
There's nothing new.
It's like there's no secrets.
There is no secrets that the Bible doesn't say.
Okay, then why did God sentence this man to death?
Sentence who to death?
The guy who was picking up sticks.
Obviously, because he was doing these things, brother.
He was doing that stank? Did you say he was doing that stank?
Nasty, nasty, nasty.
Oh, the sticks aren't like cocks. If you're thinking it was like a gross. I've heard I don't know Adam, but a guy another guy I know used to sing Never Gonna Bite the Dust, but for some reason he would or never gonna or another one bites the dust, he would always say I'm never gonna bite the stick, meaning like suck cock. For some reason he would change the words to
It's like it's not even similar to
never gonna bite the stick. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why he did that, but it's like as if he was like he wanted to, but he just gotta fight it.
Oh, that's funny.
Joseph, so why are you talking about something so different? Why are you saying picking up sticks is nasty? He just wanted to fire. Do you think he was trying to like make a like hot fire scene to fuck someone by, or what are you talking about?
So what I'm talking about is when you talk about sticks, right? And you talking about the Old Testament,
right?
And then I want to say that there's like with that same verse, it talks about that there's nothing new under the sun.
Okay, let's look at that. Numbers.
I think that's in Bare Naked Ladies. It's all been done.
Oh yeah.
It's all been done
under the sun.
Under the sun.
Oh, I know that song. Under the sun.
Yeah. The seaweed is always greener.
Yeah.
In somebody else's sun.
So you're saying in which verse does it say there's nothing new under the sun? Is that in 36?
I'll let you find out.
The whole congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
You know, I think that I think it's actually in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
In this, he said it was in the same passage.
No, he's ignorant. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy's just a ignorant yapper that doesn't have any value or substance to add to the conversation. Would you say that's true, Josu?
I would say that I like to challenge my my people, for sure.
Who are your people?
I mean, you guys right now, because
presumptuous.
Because I mean, yeah, you guys are fun. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like
You're not challenging us by not having any information or any substance.
I feel like unchallenged. I feel like like it's literally it's almost like talking to like a wall.
Yeah, it's like nothing has happened. Like literally.
Also,
Really
like
nothing.
actually, a wall would be more challenging because like I would be like, oh, I'm stuck. There's a wall here, but I just feel like you're just like, it's like a vapor. You're vaporous, you know. Did you have anything you wanted to maybe offer here?
I respect your opinion.
I would be surprised that you would ever even be able to come up with like a better idea for what God could do with some sticks or whatever. Like I don't even think that could possibly be true. It'd be embarrassing for anyone to think that you could come up with a good idea.
What if instead of like unlimited sticks for fires, he just like
That was my idea.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like this would be like maybe even better if like you don't need sticks for fires at all. There's just like an eternal flame. You know, like the one like for Kennedy. So it's like a fire goes in the fire pit and it just stays on. They drop down.
That would be an idea.
Shit. Well, I feel like we challenged you, Josu, and we said, here's some good things God could do. And then he chose the bad thing. And what was your answer as to why God chose the bad one?
Because it's God.
And God's bad?
Why would you challenge your God, bro?
Because he chose the bad one. He chose the bad option, so that makes him bad. Do you not see that?
All right, go to the next guy, because I obviously don't have the right answer for you guys.
Yeah, I would like. I'll do that. Just say like, I concede. You guys ripped me. And then I'll help you drop down.
You guys, I believe that
you ripped me.
Don't have your facts straight.
Don't use slurs.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't mean to disrespect you.
I think you're mispronouncing. I think you're mispronouncing.
You're Joel.
Yeah, I barely speak English, you know. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, so say okay. We'll do one word at a time. You guys.
Hold on. What language do you speak?
I speak 5.
What?
5. So
are you from Fiveland?
Yeah, Finland.
What's your normal language that you usually speak?
Dutch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, das ist gut. Tons of saliva, tons of saliva, tons of saliva in my hole.
Here, check this out.
Assalamualaikum.
Je hebt me verscheurd. Can you say je hebt me verscheurd?
I can say Bonte Benu.
But can you say je hebt me verscheurd?
I can say
it's a yes or no question. Can you say it or not?
Hold on, what? What you say?
Je hebt me verscheurd.
You had what?
It's Dutch. Do you speak Dutch?
It's Nederlander.
Oh, you don't speak Dutch? What language do you speak?
I can speak Spanish.
Why are you lying?
What?
Why are you lying up here?
Who's lying?
You.
About what?
You speak Dutch?
Yeah.
Speak Dutch right now. I'm Dutch. Speak some Dutch.
Why would I?
Because we think you're lying.
Why would I?
Okay, either speak Dutch or tell us why you're lying about it.
Listen, I gotta take a shit. You guys talk amongst yourselves, all right?
I don't get it,
man. You're absolute like vapid is a too strong of a word. There's too many letters in vapid to describe you.
It's also like I don't know. Like a lot of times we'll say POSFF, like he's lying and stuff, but it's like it's different than that. It's like just like why? Like what are you like? It's like dumb. It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
It's blank.
Yeah, it's just like a blank nothing.
This is another guy, like we've had multiple guests today that I know that when they hang up, they're going to go stare at a wall and drool.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like genuinely, these people have to like get through their day. They have to go to the DMV and like get a driver's license and stuff like that. And like go to the grocery store and I just don't know how. I don't know how we're gonna. How do they get through the day?
Imagine being like the child, the spouse, or even having to sit beside this person as a coworker. Like just
I
having
think
to
about that so
engage with-
much, Joel.
Like just uh,
I think about that so much. And I have really cool people at my job. I like my job a lot. I have really cool people, but I used to work at places where there were people like that, and it's just like you can avoid them, but they're always like in the cubicle or something with someone else, and you know that like the other person has to all day just like be near a hosu, or something like that, and it's just like, oh, I don't know how, like you have to go home and cry. You have to just go home and cry all day to be like, I spent 8 hours next to a hosu. It's
the
so
hardest
hard.
thing for me is like humorless people.
Yeah.
Like if you can't do like you don't have to do a joke, you can't even like laugh.
Get a joke.
Like there's no humor going on.
He had a little bit of fun in him. He said that when I was like, you were gone for a little bit of this, but while you were gone, this other guy was here. But Josu said, I was like, well, why does God choose the bad thing? And he went, because he's God. And I was like, that's funny. That's actually that's a good joke. It's God.
It's just God.
It's God being God.
Classic God.
Well, he's still here, which is kind of weird too, because he said he was going to be shitting.
Yeah, he probably is just like sitting there on the can.
Can I get ones in chat if you're listening to this conversation while you're on the toilet? You don't have to tell us like if it's coming out right now, but I am curious. Just like just if you're sitting in there, yeah. Just if you're sitting there, because I do it. I'll have my headphones in and I'll be listening to the conversations and I'll get a break. Yeah. Be honest. Yeah, two's in chat. That's a good point, right? Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Two's in chat if you're twoing. All right. Well, look, we got to extend it a little longer, but did we really? And that's one of the innuendos.
Nailed it. What's up, brother?
What is he doing back?
Josu, I want you to like really think about this.
You say it.
Just really really try to grasp this, like really actually think about this. You came up here to explain to us God, why God is good. We gave you an example out of the Bible where God did a bad and you had nothing. Really think about what that really means. Are you a real Christian?
Yeah, that's funny because I came up here just to have fun, just to chat with somebody, bro.
Are you really a disciple of Christ though?
Yeah, I'm a disciple of Christ, but I mean, I can't transform somebody, bro. That's not my job.
No, I want you to transform.
The thing is that you're not offering anything to the conversation because there's nothing to offer. That's not your fault. It's because the religion is vapid or the religion has no substance. Mm-hmm. So we want you to internalize that. We want you to think about that.
All right. So you really want me to tell you something that will fucking explode your mind?
No, I want you to think about what you would do if you were in the congregation, if you were in the group and someone says, God told me we have to throw rocks at this guy until he dies. Would you pick up a rock?
I would throw a rock because just for the fuck of it.
You'd participate in murder just for the fuck of it?
I mean, that's what's happening with the ICE thing right now. If you really want
we're talking about you right now and your moral standards.
So
you're sounding like a piece of shit, right? Because you're going to participate in the murder.
Look, he brought some substance. It was just like now. So before we're like, he's just vapid. He's not a piece of shit. Now it's like he came. No. Just to be clear, I want you to know I am a piece of shit. I would participate in murder just for the fuck of it. I would throw rocks at an innocent person.
Who's not a piece of shit though? Nowadays?
Joel, me, most of the chat.
Exactly. You yourself said that you are a piece of shit.
No, I said we're not. We're the ones who are not. You're the only one. It's just only you are the only piece of shit. You know what I'd even say? Piece of shit. Fuck face.
Fuck face.
So you telling me right now that you don't support ICE?
Correct.
You
That's not
don't?
what it's not what I'm telling you, but
No,
that is true. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I would not pick up the rock and throw it at the guy who is collecting sticks on the Sabbath day. That is, you having that opinion
That's a better thing to
makes
do.
you a piece of shit, fuckface.
You know what I would do, and like I'm not trying to one up you, Joel, but I would even say like you guys, and you can say something after me if you want, like if you think you can do it. Like I would say, hey guys, let's not do this. I don't think we should throw rocks at this guy. This Moses guy's nuts.
You know what I do? I would pick up those sticks that he dropped and go, let's go make a fire. And I'd like put my arm around him and we would walk to make the fire.
Yeah. I would like, if it were me, and I'm not trying to one up you, but like I would go around the neighborhood and just like pick up all the rocks and like get rid of, like I'd just get all the rocks out of it so no more future stonings could happen.
I would actually get all the rocks and I would stone all the people that were going to stone him so that they can't stone anyone else.
With just like Moses, maybe it was like the one.
No, like all the people. I don't want to one up
guys-
you, but I would like kill literally everyone else.
You guys are
So
following-
what I would
that
do?
would-
Hold on, Josu, you don't offer anything. You're just a piece of shit. What I would do is I would like I would have like already gotten rid of the rocks, so when you tried to stone them, it wouldn't work. You'd be like going around just like throwing.
Then
dust
I'd
at
use
people
the
if you
guy's
could find-
fucking sticks and I'd set them on fire just to save him from being stoned.
And you'd murder people just
Well,
for the
I'd
fuck
have
of it.
to because they're gonna.
Now you're
no.
both pieces of shit.
No, because they're gonna murder him. It's justified.
But there's no rocks. They can't. Are they going to use the sticks?
Now I just made you guys believers. You guys don't understand this.
Because
You guys-
it worked for me because I'm a piece
Yeah,
of shit fuckface now. So I think
I'm
it did
a
work.
piece of shit, so now you're becoming
You did it.
believer.
You did it. You did it, Josu. I'm a piece of shit. I'm like a Christian.
No, I'm a piece of shit. No, you're.
I'm the piece of shit.
No,
See, we're both
because you want to
Christians.
save them, right? You want to burn the sticks and all that before they get.
But I did it in the wrong way, like God did it, because I'm a piece of shit Christian, like you. I've taken on your ideology and become a complete piece of shit.
My ideology stands for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a piece
You're
of
drunk. He's drunk. You've been drinking today, right?
It's
No,
early,
sir.
man. It's
I'm
really
ready.
early. Josu, how much have you had? Be honest.
Glass of water.
You're not
Don't lie.
That's not honest.
Bro, why would I lie to you guys?
You've been
You already
lying the
lied
whole
about the
time
Dutch
you've been up
thing, you
here.
liar.
Yeah. Hey, man.
He's out of it.
I'm getting flagged. Yeah, I'm getting flagged because it says you're drunk. Okay. I don't know what I got flagged for. I pushed the button too fast, but yeah, that guy was for sure tanked. Oh, man.
Yikes.
What a life. What a life to live. You know, some people are lonely. I get it. But like, just say that. I feel if somebody came up and was like, hey, I kind of just need like 40 seconds to talk to somebody to connect with a human. I'd be like, okay, like, let's do it. You know, but like to do all of that rigmarole of like lying and like presenting as a piece of shit in order to get attention. It's really unfortunate.
Because like we have the ones that are like, can I just tell you about the consciousness? And then, you know, we're like, no. But then, and they're just probably like that. Like, I just want to be heard.
Yeah, if
But
it was
then-
that, it was like, I just need someone to hear my voice for a minute. I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
you could take a minute.
But this trolley sort of nonsense thing is like, come on, man. You're I get it. You want to maybe connect with someone, but why do you want them to hate you?
Yeah.
Why do you want to make them think you're gross?
I don't know. All right. Well, look, I got the flag, which means we should probably wrap it up since I'm always on the brink now that I'm like a, you know, a troublemaker. I've been outed to the TikTok algorithm as a class clown, so now I have to be like real careful about what we do and say. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. Everyone, Tuesday is going to be Joel's live Tuesday evening, so come here for that. And you know, it would be like a good thing. I wish we could. I can't do it. Okay. I was going to say, like, I almost have a little bit more time here. I was like, we could go join someone else's live, but that's okay. I'll just do a little bit of music. And Jill, if you want to hang out a bit, we can like do some business after. I don't know if you have to head out.
I probably should leave just because when you do the music, it goes for a while, and that's not necessarily something that like I need to get started. Yeah, as long as you started.
Were you saying something?
What is this? The choir? Is that like Mellotron?
Yeah.
That's a Mellotron choir, or just like another sample? It sounds Mellotronish.
I don't know what Mellotron is.
A Mellotron is like a tape tamper.
All right, everybody, thanks so much for being here. Atheist Sunday School. We're back on the main account. Bad Bible Debates is out tomorrow on a podcast. Joel's live Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday. Everyone, join us in the Discord. Get the tote bags. Get yourself together. I love y'all so much, and I'm going to be out of here. Go rate somebody.
They have those cool tapes that, like, that's how McCartney would use it. And I don't think he invented it, but he used it. All right. This is over. So I should just drop because it's over.
Okay.
All right.
We are clear of the recording. I think we got some good stuff in there.
I think so. I don't know. There was a lot of fluff. Does that make sense?
It was like not a ton of guests, but like there was like the guests that did come, I actually think went really well. Like there was a pre-supper who tanked. There was like a bunch of like full-blown loons, you know, like, and
yeah.
So I think there's some good content in here that I could
I got to talk to you about that free will drawing, because it's just like
I gotta work on it.
I got issue. There's an issue with it that is easily solved, like not easily solved, but like it'll just it'll still like knock the God out of the park, but yeah, it's just not a perfect thing. And I don't know if anyone else mentioned that to you, but like when you were doing it, I just like noticed
it takes too long to draw too. Like I think that's a really hard part about it. Like it might be something that makes a better video, but I don't know. I mean,
I don't think it's worth it just because like it doesn't work. Like it
works. The time I used it on the guy, it worked. It crushed.
That's just because he was too dumb to notice that it doesn't actually like the out. Like if they don't notice the out, it doesn't mean it works, Mezzo. It just means that they're Christians.
What's the out?
The out is, I don't know if anyone mentioned this to you, but like God doesn't infringe on free will in the first one. So it's really only God's infringement on free will that matters. If he honors free will and will not infringe on free will, then the first death, even though you want to call it an infringement on free will by the murderer,
so
is
God not acting as bad. Like that's why I phrase it as like he's actively restraining himself. Like that makes it an action to not do, like, because he is pure act. They say that, so like he is always acting, which means he has to like intentionally not act.
Yeah, so the idea is that like in the other two scenarios, he is infringing on free will. In the first one, he is not infringing on free will.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like he's doing it on, like, this is so fucking stupid, Joel. Like
his intention is that he doesn't infringe on free will because free will is what he honors more than human life.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying it's stupid.
I'm not saying it. It's what it like. That's just the fact of the thing.
Okay, look, so can't do the whole drawing at all?
Well, what ends up happening is if somebody brings this up to you,
then
you
fix
say,
it.
okay,
like, don't just tell me the problem, tell me the solution.
I'm telling you the solution. So if someone brings that up to you and they say, God didn't do the first one, so he chooses to not infringe on free will, you have to say, okay, so he values free will or not infringing on free will himself over human life. And then that's where we go into him infringing on free will in the Bible. We go, but he does infringe on free will, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, we did a little bit of, like, I did that in the thing.
I brought us there.
Well, you're supposed to be here helping me, but
Yeah,
you're not supposed to be debating me.
So
like, okay, that's fine.
I'm
Bring
not
it up, but then you
debating
just
I'm
say like,
helping you.
here, let me add to this instead of like your thing sucks because
That's
like
what I did at the time.
was
We're off
when
the
we're-
air. That's why I'm telling you it sucks right now.
I know
We're
that
not on
now
the
is
fucking
whatever when
show.
it's private, but while it was live, you said there was a flaw in it, and you made me look like an
I
idiot.
didn't say that.
You made me look like an asshole.
When I was on the live, I said, why don't let's look at the free will in the Bible thing. That's what I said. I didn't say there was a flaw. I think that was bad Bible debates. I don't even know. I wasn't even here.
I know it's you.
What?
No one else has access to the Bad Bibles debates. Like, I know the audience is dumb. Like, they got fooled by.
That's a different
I know
account.
it's you.
I'm JRB.
Are you really trying? Are you going to do this to me? Even like, I get it. Like in the show, like as part of the show, but this is like after the show.
Well, anyway, I'm not gonna. I don't look. The point is that JRB, Joel didn't say
okay, fine. So it was Bad Bible
I didn't
Debates.
say,
So on your live
"This
on
sucks."
Tuesday, I'm going to show up as Bad Bible Debates, and I'm going to be like, "Hey, Mezzo had a really good drawing the other day. It was perfect," and you'll agree with that because now you'll hear them say it.
No, what I'm saying is that the people who don't know that Bad Bible Debates was me, the people don't know that Joel undermined your drawing. They just think this idiot Bad Bible Debates did.
But that's me. I'm the only other person that's Bad Bible. So now they think I did it to myself.
Who knows what they think, Mezzo?
They're idiots. They think whatever we tell them to think.
Yeah, nobody knows who Bad Bible Debates is except that it's us sometimes and stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
The point is that Joel, my avatar, who I am, Joel, didn't tell you that it sucks. So don't come at me saying that I did that. I didn't fucking do that.
On Tuesday, when you go live, I'll join your live.
This better not be a threat.
Nope, we'll do the show. I'm just saying we'll do the show. We'll act like none of this happened, and I'll be nice. I'll like publicly and stuff like that, and then we're done.
Like that, just after.
Because my parents passed away, and they were upper middle class. Well, mid middle class. I don't want to say upper. They, they had